So what is that? Oh.
It's Flow. It's the mobile game Flow.
So have you finished? Is that it? Are you done?
Well, I finished the daily challenges.
Oh, that's what that is.
Just a little bit.
I thought it was like
something.
you'd finished the whole game.
Nope. I don't think you can finish that whole game. There's just
Maybe
so
you
much
can.
there. Maybe.
I don't know. How are you guys
I don't
anyway?
think so.
I'm all right.
Yeah, good. You?
I'm all right, I think.
I'm eating cake.
All right.
Eating cake. I'm not eating.
I don't have any
anything.
snacks.
I'm
That's
eating
not
good.
true.
No, I'm eating good.
I have a container of M&Ms.
I'm being very good tonight. You know, like you
Me
do.
too. I'm eating M&Ms. That's
There you
good.
go. Eating M&M. M&M. M&M.
Go for the one chance you have it. You own it. You don't never let it go, yo. Got it, M&M?
There you go. M&M.
You and I think of very different things when we hear M&M.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
What up, Darren? We ready? Or are we going to wait?
Hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren. Hi, Darren. I'm very excited.
Is there any reason not to start?
Nope.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
No.
Yes, Chinny, did you? Okay, fine. And here we go. This is it. It's happening, people. Whether you're ready or not. Here we go.
Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers.
Come on.
Chinny, other fellas will
You
tell
get
about it.
nothing. You lose.
News,
Good
reviews,
day,
and
sir.
Stu staying on Chinny's Game Breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Do not give these guys things that make sounds.
Wario cheese! It's hard for me to admit when I've made a mistake, so I won't.
Veteran gamers.
You've told us this story many times.
And you'll hear it again. Yesterday was the birthday of legendary Dutch flautist Hans Blutheim.
Yo.
Timed it perfectly. What?
I actually stopped myself, so that's pretty good. Hello and welcome to episode 619 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 619. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
Ginny.
Yay.
Yeah. And
That's
we
pretty
are
good.
not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Correct. And
Oh,
we stream live
yes.
every Sunday at 9 p.m. British time.
That is correct, Stuart and Chinny. And we are going to talk about video games on this show.
Video games.
Wow, that-
Eventually.
That's what we do.
Maybe. I don't know.
Slick.
Sometimes we start
At
the show
some
with a
point.
bit of fun anecdotes about our lives, and then we get into the
Oh,
serious
does somebody
shit.
have an anecdote
My
about their
favorite
life?
time. It's story time.
Story time.
I have a very fun anecdote about
go on,
my
you
life.
go
Oh,
first.
sweet.
You
Go
go
ahead, Chinny. Let's hear a
first.
fun anecdote.
I went to the theatre and watched a play this Saturday.
Oh, what did you watch?
I watched a play called Growing Pains. It was fun. We had fun. Then we went and had a Five Guys and went home.
I've got to say, Chinny, I've got to say something at this point. You're becoming a bit highbrow, aren't you? All
I'll
this
tell you what.
theater malarkey.
Ooh, theatre.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't,
had
mind,
some monoculars.
I didn't mind the play so much, but the people at it, Jesus Christ.
And then I ate at a fine cuisine outlet. known as
Everybody just
Five
had
Guys.
an air of, we're better than the people that go to the cinema, aren't we?
Well, yes.
Well,
of
that's,
course. That
that's
goes
what
without
theatre
saying.
goes about.
I'm there.
Why else would you go to the theatre?
And I'm there with my can of Pringles, just going, you're all pricks.
Wow.
You know what, Chinny?
Yeah.
I also went to the theater on Saturday night.
The movie
We
theatre.
saw the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker. It was so
Oh,
lovely.
God.
People dancing and performing. It was my students. It was a student play. It was well done. They did a good job.
Cool.
Stu, what did you do on Saturday
What
evening?
theatre show did you watch?
I didn't. I watched Strictly Come Dancing on the telly. That's what I
You
did.
watched the TV?
Which is like a theater in your home.
Was
it's a
you
home
watching
theater.
the
It is.
TV ironically?
The
Yes.
telly, as they call
By
it
the way,
in Australia.
on Friday, though, I did watch No Time to Die.
What the what?
I saw
Kristen Clanton.
I saw an advert for a musical, and it was about
Oh, yeah.
women that run a hairdressing thing, and it was called No Time to Die, and I thought it was very funny.
That is
Is
quite
that like No
funny.
Time to Lose?
Yeah.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
But yeah, I've got an anecdote story
Go ahead, shoot, let it rip.
thing. So today was my only day off this weekend. 'cause I
Yes.
was
Would
working
you want a
yesterday.
fucking violin?
And
No, do you want a
Here-
violin?
We're very
Stu?
proud of you,
Honestly,
Stu.
do you want
Here's-
one? I'm happy to buy you one.
Oh,
Here's
no
the
time
thing.
off.
Here's the thing.
What's the thing? Go ahead.
Old people
Oh, shit.
shouldn't go abroad on a holiday. Full stop.
Damn, that's some
Dur-
ageism.
During a pandemic. It's just. It's on. Oh. Honestly,
What's the problem? What happened?
today, right? Stress. Honestly. So, Kay's mum and dad are going on a cruise on Tuesday.
Okay.
A sexy cruise?
Sexy cruise. Going to Norway.
That is a sexy
Norway.
cruise.
No,
Are they
it's
gonna have Doug Judy playing Smush songs in the all ages theater?
quite possibly.
But there's plenty of
Who
saunas on
knows?
that if it's a.
Who
Yeah.
knows? But here's the thing, right?
What's the thing?
You've got to jump through a lot of hoops to go on holiday these days.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's not just a
You have
case
to
of
prove that you're vaccinated.
vaccinated. You've got to do a locator form. You've got to do that
Yes.
48 hours before you set off.
Right. You got to
And-
test negative before you get on
You've
the
got to
boat, I
test
assume?
negative before you get on a boat. And also, in addition to all this stuff, right, two old people, both over 80, who've never owned a smartphone in their lives, now both have to have a smartphone so that they can show their COVID vaccination status.
So what does
when they
this have
get
to
on
do
the
with you?
ship. Because we've had to sort all that shit out for them because
Ah.
they're old and they don't
Okay.
understand all this stuff.
So you have some obligations to your family, is what you're saying.
Well, not only that, but no, we've not booked a fucking
No.
holiday. We're not going anywhere. Right?
Oh, I
They've
know.
chose
I'm
to
saying
do
though,
it,
you have to
and now
help
we've had
out
to-
family members, is what
We've
you're
had to
saying.
put up with all this shit because they've decided it's a good idea to go away on holiday during a pandemic.
Well, it's good of you to help out with these things that your folks want help with.
But flip me.
Yes.
What does
flip
this
you.
button do? How do you do this? Oh my god! And then we had to set up the NHS app for them, right, for the COVID
Yes.
status. So then you have to photograph the bloody passports. Then, like, Kay's dad had to do a video of himself reciting a number into the phone just to prove that it was
Nice.
him.
6.
Oh god!
3,
And I had to do it 4 times with him.
I just want to go
Oh
to
my God.
Spain.
Because he kept speaking too soon, and then one of the numbers was missing every time, so I had to keep
This is
redoing it. Oh, honestly,
Gladiator.
it was like
Leicester
something,
Square.
something from a comedy show. Honestly,
These
to
robots
God.
are amazing.
Oh my god! And also because obviously
Gladiator.
when they initially were told what they had to do, they only needed
Yes.
one smartphone because it was only to access emails, right? They
Right.
got a letter yesterday, 2 days before they're going, to tell them, oh, actually, Norway's changed their mind and you can't just use your paper vaccine
Oh,
status
jeez.
anymore. Now you've got to have it on your phone. And the phone app only registers one person. So then I had to lend Kay's dad my old phone
Wow.
and get him a fucking new SIM card.
It's a
for
good thing you had a
another
spare
network.
phone sitting around. Though.
I know, isn't it lucky? It's
I
a nut.
guess
So
it's lucky.
we had to buy a phone for Kay's mum so that they had one.
Yes.
And now we've had to get him another one. Then he had to get a bloody contract. Oh my god, it's an
Pretty
absolute
crazy.
It's an
Shit storm.
absolute shit show.
shit
Yeah,
show.
it is.
Hello, my name's Tyson
So-
Fury,
so they-
and this is you're a fucking shithouse. Okay.
And
Did they
honestly-
get everything sorted? Are they on their way now? Stu?
Well, no, we've got to do the locator form tomorrow. That's the last piece of the
Okay.
puzzle.
So there's just one more
and-
thing you got to do.
And then they've just got to test negative when they get to the ship. But
You know
Well,
what?
fingers
I bet,
crossed.
I bet, Stu, the selfish bastards will have COVID.
well, here's the thing, Mike. They've been out 4 times this week just to see if they can catch it. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
They've been to the restaurant.
Is that
they've
like
been
Dennis
shopping,
Prager?
They've been all
He's
over the
been doing
place.
that.
Honestly, it's like they're trying to get it before they
crazy.
go.
By the way, everybody, ZPC in the
Anyway.
house. I got my shirt on. What?
Anyway, that all being said,
What does
Nimbus
that mean?
X.
hopefully
It's
everything will be
it's the
fine,
company in Zimbus X.
and they'll get
Okay.
on the boat. Who
Yes, I
knows?
hope they will get on the boat. That
Let's
would be
hope
great.
Yeah, let's
All
hope
right.
we get there.
Anybody else got
Holy
any other stories?
shit.
I don't really have any stories. It's just
Really?
been wacky at school. We finished watching Barton Fink. That's always great. Oh, I love that movie. Mwah.
Does everybody go, I don't get it. Why was the
Yeah.
woman
Oh,
dead in
absolutely.
the bed?
It sucks. What the hell? What's in the box? Ah!
Why are all their shoes in the hallway?
But actually, there were some really interested students who were like trying to stick around after class and be like, "What about this and what about that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, those are good questions. Let's talk about it again some other
What's
time."
with the
I have another
picture?
class coming in.
Why didn't
Yeah,
anything
right.
explode?
The audience wants action, adventure, wrestling,
Well, that's like
and plenty of it.
What's that film? There's a film that Millie had to watch for her English literature, which was some dude turns up and then you don't know whether he's a dead or alive or a ghost or something at the end. What the hell was
Sixth
that?
Sense.
No.
The
Well,
others?
that does sound like the plot of Sixth Sense, but it
It
wasn't
sounds
that.
exactly
Kinda
like
does.
the plot of Sixth Sense.
It's something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite a famous book, but I don't know, something like
Turn of the Screw.
No, is it A Stranger Calls or something like that?
I have no idea what that
Ghostbusters.
is.
No, I think it's a strange. I think it's called.
I think it's Alien.
No, I think it's called A Stranger Calls or something
Well, I've
like
never
Jurassic
heard
that.
of that movie.
World.
You must be making it up.
No, it's
Fast
some
and Furious
kind-
6.
That's definitely not that.
Jaws.
Yeah, I think it's A
Baby's
Stranger
Day
Calls
Out.
anyway.
Was it
It's
Baby's
some
Day Out?
famous
Story time's
literature
over, isn't it?
story.
What you been playing?
Making up nonsense. Stu's coming up with fake video games.
What you been playing?
There you go, zippity
There you
bow.
Zippity bow bow bow.
Yeah.
Hey Stu, we played poker on Tuesday.
We did.
What happened there?
You know what? I thought I'd go first, but I guess y'all gonna go first.
Yeah, we're gonna play
Well, I
some.
don't
We
know.
played poker. Did you play poker, dude?
I.
Well, you can't join
Go
in
ahead,
the
go ahead.
conversation.
No,
Anyway,
it's fine, go
Chinny.
ahead.
we-
ahead.
Hold on.
we-
Is Duke doing a bit, or is he actually offended? I want to know.
I
No,
don't
I'm
know.
just. I thought Stu went first last week. Chinny went first the week before that, and I thought I'd go first
Hey,
this week.
hey,
but if y'all
Duke.
wanna go-
Oh
Dude.
my god! I didn't know you were going to be so precious.
Duke, points.
What?
What was it? What was it called? Point of privilege.
It's fine. Go ahead. Just go.
He's a good actor, isn't he, Duke?
yes,
He's a
he is.
very good actor.
This would be the perfect moment for the Duchess to come in and make him jump.
Look, he's going to double down on this act now.
What am I acting about?
Look at the face, man. Look at it. He can't wait to talk about Skyrim.
I did want to talk about Skyrim, but only as a means to get to something else.
Of course you did.
Hey, Duke, I don't mind if you want to go first.
Go on,
No,
Duke.
you
We'll
already
let you go
started.
first.
You might as well just go.
No,
ahead.
no, it's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
we
don't-
played poker.
We're not precious, are we?
All right. Are you angry? Are you annoyed at what I've been doing here?
No,
Yeah.
I'm laughing. Do I
Yes,
sound
you are.
angry?
I think you are. I think Chinny's angry and annoyed. I think Stu's angry and annoyed deep down. And now you know how I felt when I was playing Neo Cab. Jesus fucking Christ, that game sucks. Hate it.
I love it.
But
I
I'll
love
tell
it.
you about it in a minute. I just had to get that out of the way because
I
I
tell you
couldn't
what,
hold
love
my
it.
tongue
Your
anymore.
That's
acting
great.
is top drawer.
That was top drawer. I like
Thank
it.
you. The problem is, at some point, I'm actually going to be upset. You'll be like,
Do you know what they'll do?
Stu says it. And Duke says his mom passed. We get it.
Do you know what they'll do? That was the perfect preamble for Neo Cab, I've got to say. That was
Oh, Jesus fucking
Great.
Christ.
great. Yeah, we played some poker, didn't we, Chinny? It was good fun.
Yes.
It was
Yeah,
good fun.
yeah.
Nicole was there. Who was there? I can't remember now.
MS
It was me and
Ranger
you,
was there.
Nicole,
but
MS Rangers.
Alright.
remember,
and-
his internet was jank.
Oh,
So.
yeah, he had some problems, didn't he? And then Aussie, what's he called? Australian
Ant.
dude. Ant all the way in Australia. He was playing with us, and there was someone else. Who else
Just
came?
one. Sorry.
There was someone else. Who else was there?
You should write these names down.
I know. Maybe
Sure.
we should.
Well, the thingy
Um,
was there. One, you know.
Oh yeah, thingy-majig.
Thingy,
Nicole.
Whatchamacallit.
Nicole was
No,
there.
I said Nicole. I mentioned Nicole. But there was only
Antonio
one
was there.
Antonio played.
Antonio.
So yes, Antonio was
Yeah.
there, and I was there,
Cool.
and Chinny was there, and
Who won the most chips in the night?
I did.
I think Stu did. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. and then I
Man,
lost
that's
quite
funny
a
because
bit
you don't
at
have
the
a good poker face.
end.
But I
was
guess
pretty-
in VR you don't actually need a poker face.
No, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I did well. I got a full house, and everyone had something half decent, so everyone was betting, and I got a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Let me ask you this question: do you think, Chinny, if you were to play poker with Stu in person, that he'd be able to hide his tells?
I
and
think
stuff?
you know Stu is deceptively good at, at like hiding.
He just laughs at everything. So if he had a
Yeah,
full house, he'd be like,
exactly.
ha, 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 ho. And if he had nothing, he'd be, oh, ho, ho, ho.
I
in,
think though,
in Among Us, he did really well. At, like,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
dude.
true. He usually did pretty well.
I
But I'm
think
talking about
though,
like that. It's a little different when you're actually
Yeah.
in person, though. I wonder if it would hold.
I
up.
think as well, the difference is you're not playing for real money, so it doesn't.
Well, there's
it doesn't
that too.
matter as much. I think there's
Right,
not as much.
right.
The stakes aren't as high. You know what I mean? There's not as much pressure.
You know what that means? We're
That's
gonna have to play
correct.
poker in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, with real
I mean,
money.
I have.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Mr. Mike Chin.
Are you gonna talk about what I think you're gonna talk about?
I think I might be talking about
Oh,
what I
God.
think
Uh-oh.
because I'm assuming you've
What's
been
that?
messaged as well.
I have been messaged about
We've
this.
been messaged. We've
Oh,
been
is this
no,
about
hit
the
up.
Discord again?
I think message
up,
is,
man.
it's more summoned.
Yeah, summoned. We've been summoned.
I didn't realise that
Are you
you'd
talking? You've been summoned to
messaged.
High Hrothgar?
Possibly.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Cool.
It
it
might
could be
worse.
called
It might be
that.
the heart of darkness.
it could
Who have you
well
been
be
summoned by? Let
the
us
heart-
let the rest of us in on the joke.
Master Bungo the Sane
Robin
himself.
Tate.
Oh
himself.
snap!
Yes, we are.
Has talked about the next excursion to
Okay.
the
He
VG
has.
hub,
Yeah,
All right.
and
Yeah.
it will involve
definitely
going-
poker. I would assume.
going. Well, I hope so. If you're going there, but it will involve getting on a plane
Mhm. For a long time.
and going to America.
Yeah. at
Oh, that's
least-
right. He
oh.
sent me a thing that I.
Oh, have you had the
Oh
thing
my
as
God,
well? You've had the
everybody
he
did.
did
invite.
send
Oh
me
my
a
God.
thing. Yeah, he was talking
You've
about.
been
I guess.
summoned.
Are we spilling the
The
location?
beans.
Or it sounds
Oh,
like
yeah,
I'm
well,
dancing
I
around it.
I
guess.
suppose so.
Going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas, VG Vegas.
Really?
2022.
Yeah.
You can meet up with
Sweet.
Kaisar and the Kings. And...
Talking about you're coming. You're gonna book
Yeah.
school.
I don't
off.
know. Maybe. I mean, it's if it's in the summer, it's much more likely.
I don't know when he said September, October time, didn't he?
Oh, that's a horrible time. I can't ever get
Yeah.
away in that time. That's the start of the school year, man.
Yeah, he said September, October.
I mean, I'm not
time.
saying definitely not, but definitely not. I'm just kidding. I'm
I
not
do think
necessarily
though,
saying
and I know
definitely
there's no point going for longer than that, but God, it's a long way to go for a weekend, isn't it?
It'd be a long weekend.
It will be a very long
I'm,
weekend.
I'm talking about like I think I might leave on the Wednesday
Yeah.
and and like come back on the.
Here's my
Monday.
question. Okay, my guess is like Vegas is a playground, obviously, so
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. It's possible for people who live in LA, of which there are what 2, 3 in our circle, to get there fairly easily.
Yep.
Yep.
So, but then like people in New York and me in Wisconsin, like that's a heck of a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as far as you all have to go, but it would be a long weekend.
It's a long way, isn't it? It's about a 15-hour flight from the UK or something
Nah,
like that.
No.
Oh, from the UK maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
You
It's
probably
a
have
long
a couple
time.
of flights.
It's a long time.
No.
Let's find out.
Go on,
It's
do,
about
Google it, dude.
I think it's
Google.
about 9.
No, it's longer than that. I think.
According to this, Air Canada. Oh wait, multiple airlines. 10
No, you want
hours,
a direct-
50 minutes, 11 hours basically.
11 hours. Oh, that's not
11
as far as
hours.
I thought. I
Air
thought it
France,
was
11
further.
hours nonstop.
Yeah.
From
Well, I knew it was a good-
$694.
I did 10 to
Damn,
San
that's pretty
Francisco.
cheap.
Yeah. And much is it?
Yeah. 694. That's not so bad. I thought it'd be a lot
For
more.
you.
That's one way.
I mean, that's
though,
not
isn't
cheap,
it?
cheap, but
Is that
no, that's
one way?
that's round trip. No, that's round trip.
Oh, that's not too bad.
How much
Yeah.
is it for? What do you use for your airline things, Stu?
Me, I've not used anything for donkeys, so I don't know.
I don't know. Plane tickets.
Sky
Start with
Scanner
Google,
or
man.
something
Sky
like
Scanner.
that.
That's
Google-
it. Sky Scanner. Sky
Sky
Scanner.
Scanner.
Google has an
Sky
agglomerator, whatever it's called.
Oh, what a waiter?
Agglomerator. I don't know what it's called.
We'll fly from
Uh,
Manchester probably.
Yeah.
Manchester has more options.
Anyway, we can discuss
can
the
do this
flight
if it
arrangements
happens.
later. But right now we're
No.
talking about video games. Anything else about poker that you want
Yeah,
to talk
it's
about?
still good actually. It worked pretty
Yes.
well. It worked pretty well.
Yes.
Apart from
Is
from
there a
MS
maximum size to the group that you could have?
8 to a table.
Okay.
So, you
So
can
if you
have
had
8
a
on
larger
table.
group, you would just break off into 2 tables.
Yeah, you'd have to have 2 tables. But yeah, we never tend to get more than 8, do we? Anyway.
And is
Chinny,
it
so-
it hard to like find each other? Is the
Nope.
matchmaking pretty smooth?
Nope, it's dead easy. Once you go online, I just send you an invite and you're
All
in.
right, cool.
And you
Sweet.
just join the table. And
I'm
you can
glad.
set up a-
It's so crazy to me that in 2021 there are games that are still hard to get linked up with other people. You know what I mean?
and it's totally
That should just be
cross-platform, by the
done.
way, as well. It works with
All right.
everything.
See, I would like it if they had it like you didn't necessarily have to have VR. That would be cool.
I think there is a non-VR version of this game. There is.
Really?
Yeah. PokeStars. That's like it was a big franchise before it went into VR. So
Okay.
you can
But
play.
could I
just...
play? Is it cross-platform between the?
No, it's
Okay,
literally
see, that would
VR and obviously non-VR. I'm guessing.
I got you.
Yeah, because you're sort of sat next to each other. You know what I mean? And it is.
Yeah, I
it
know,
is-
but I mean, you could get around it if you really wanted to as a developer.
Yeah, I guess it is weird though, Chinny, isn't it? Now because they've got these more. I want to say lifelike, but they're not really. But the sort of avatars now.
Yeah,
on
they're a bit
Oculus.
different looking, aren't they?
Yeah, and the mouths move and stuff when you speak, which is kind of cool. I must admit, it does make a difference that it's sort of animated in the blink.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
look
things
at you.
like
They
that.
look at your
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah, they do. They blink and look at you and all sorts of stuff. It does make a difference, you know. And like I said, when you talk, the mouths move and things, which does make a difference. It does feel like you're talking to someone.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. But Nicole's funny because I think she slouches on her bed, so she always looks like she's under the table.
Yeah.
just a head poking up. But yeah, it was good. We always have a lot of fun. So, Duke, I'm dying to hear how Neo Cab went.
It sucks. Is how it went. It's very hard for me to talk about without spoiling it. But you said you want to play it, Stu. So
I'm not
I guess
that bothered.
I really
am not
okay.
that bothered.
Well then, fuck this game and fuck everybody who made it. Not really. Oh God, it's so hard to know how to talk about this game because I want to like it.
Oh.
So just to recap. Just
okay,
to remind
you're in a
people
cab.
What Neo Cab
the
is.
whole game is people coming and going in the back of your cab. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
You have to charge your cab.
Sort of...
It's a story-driven. It's a visual novel. I pushed myself because I wanted to kind of have it done, and there was, like I said last week, there's some cool stuff in the game having to do with like this young lady is in this like mech suit that she can't get out of. So she's like 14 and her mom basically has her imprisoned in this like robot suit. It's exoskeleton and it really sucks. So like I was thinking I want to help this young lady get out of this, right? And eventually I did. So I was able to help her get out because she calls me, she drops a pin for the Neo Cab thing. I want help getting out of this thing. You take her to her aunt and you get her out. Yay. So I should say there's massive spoilers for Neo Cab coming up if you don't want spoilers. Warning. Dumbass game. I guess you won't have to worry about seeing it on the stream because we're still watching Chinny play Andromeda. But you might see things. Anyway, so it had me in some ways. And it also has some interesting stuff in it about like how this company, Capra, which is a stand-in for Amazon, Walmart, whatever, is trying to control all aspects of life, including where you stay at night. There are these very cheap little pods, kind of like a Japanese hotel, the tiny little bed area that you rent. And, okay, and then you have this mood bracelet that I mentioned once upon a time, and that ends up being something that's kind of manipulative. So they talk about how they're trying to sway elections with those things, and they sway your advertising feeds because you have algorithms based on what you look at on the internet, right? If you do a search for a VR headset, the next time you watch Hulu or Netflix, I guess Netflix doesn't have ads, but next time you watch some YouTube, they'll have an ad for a
to be
VR
fair,
helmet,
if you just look up anything on Google, it'll be at the side, whatever you've searched for, won't it? There'll be adverts and stuff in pretty much every web page you look at.
I depend on it. I'm like, what do I want?
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, they're taking that to the next level, and they're talking about, if you're sad, you'll see an ad for liquor or something, and if you're happy, you'll see an ad for a theme park or whatever. Okay, so that's interesting. That's actually kind of cool. But then they get into this bullshit about multiple timelines and things converging, and deja vu is really just the timeline. And there's this quantum statistician who gets in your car, and she's got all these screens, and she's like, hello, whatever the fuck your name is, Lena. I know we've met before, but I'm happy to see you again. You're like, how did we meet before? And she's like, I'm a quantum statistician, and blah, 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 blah. All this nonsensical ontological reductionism bullshit. It's so obnoxious. It's so stupid because as soon as it starts up, you're like, oh, this game is actually just about this kind of game. Like, that's really what it comes down to. It's really just about like, did you choose the right path? It's like Undertale. Like, you don't know the rules of the game, and yet you're being penalized for failing the rules. I told you about the dude who came in my cab and yarked all over the back seat.
You did?
And then when I called him out on it, he was like, 1 star. I'm like, motherfucker, what am I supposed to do about this? Now, okay, maybe that actually speaks to the difficult situation that Uber drivers are in. I don't know.
Yeah, totally, because that's what happens, doesn't it? If you criticize the passenger, whatever they've done, they'll give you a negative review.
I don't want that in my video games. I'm sure that sucks. But why is that? You're right. It is real life. But in real life poker, you have tells, and you don't have that in your video games. So, but you don't need it. It's okay. So anyway, the point is that they lean into this timeline stuff so hard, and then she goes, the quantum statistician gives me 4 stars. And I have to be building it up to 5 stars because in order to find my friend, I have to hook up with this guy that she knows and get him in my cab, and he's got some special service where he'll only accept rides from people who have 5 stars and blah, 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 blah. And as soon as I start asking about her, he's like, I don't know who you are. Why do you want to know about her? I'm not saying anything else, and if you say anything more to me ever again, I'm going right to the cops. 1 star. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm never going to find my friend. Oh, God. And then someone gets in a car and he's like, there's a worm cult. There's a pain worm coming up to devour all our pain. I'm like, what are you talking about? Everybody in this game is so melodramatic and weird and obnoxious and stupid. However, that's not the worst part.
Oh, God.
Because I finally found my friend. And then what happens? There's a goddamn boss fight.
A boss fight? In a
visual novel, there's a boss fight.
How?
I know, right? Look it
You have
up.
to shoot
Look
shoot the yellow orbs or something.
So,
I wish I could shoot the yellow orbs.
What are the mechanics in this here boss fight?
Exactly. You don't know what the mechanics are until after you're done. And then you realize, oh, you're talking to your friend. She has her little necklace with the colors on it. You have your bracelet with the colors on it. And you have to get her to get mad while you stay happy. I'm not kidding. That's actually what you need to do. And all I'm trying to do is, she's got you. Oh, God. I got info about this company, Capra. I had the smoking gun. She had put it in your bracelet all along. You already have it. Oh. So I get the quantum statistician to break into the bracelet. We get the thing. We have the code. We have the info. My friend's looking at it. Yes, I got all the info. We're ready to go. This is it. We're going to take the whole company down. I'm like, yes, I finished the game. I was actually very happy. And then she's like, come on, let's do it. And my character's like, you're not coming with me. It's too dangerous, because I had been pulled over and they were looking for her and your face is everywhere and every screen in town. And I'm like, you can't come. And she's like, oh, you're going to steal the limelight? Just like you always do. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, okay, I guess I just need to get this information out. No, I'm supposed to be fighting with my friend so that I can get her mad. And she gives up and I assert myself for some bullshit. So I didn't know any of that was going on. I'm just thinking we need to get the information out. She ends up in the car with me, and I'm like, I went along with what she said, just like always. I'm like, who cares? I'm about to take down this huge multinational corporation. That's the positive thing. And I'm with my friend. Sweet. And then we get pulled over by a cop, and he's like, do you know you have a wanted criminal in the back seat? Like, madam, whatever. He goes, but it's on your wrist, so you're the one in trouble. And then he goes to my best friend, and we've, over the course of the game, you're like, we've been friends forever, and all these histories to get all the things we did, and she's always been there for me. And then the cop goes, ma'am, do you know this driver? And she just goes, no, I've never met her before in my life.
What, she sold you out? Oh
he
my
totally
God.
sold me out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it cuts to a cutscene, and it's like, we couldn't take down the company. All the documents got found. They passed the law. Everything turned to shit, and I was on my way out of town. And then there's a ping in your thing, the pickup thing, and it's like, oh, it's her. It's your best friend. What could I do but pick her up? How about not pick her up? What the fuck are you talking about? So at the end of the game, you're driving away from the city with your friend. Everything's over. I got the worst possible ending, and I'm there with my best friend, and she's like, so what are we doing tonight? I'm like, what the fuck? This makes no sense.
You just threw me under the bus. Nothing is what we're doing.
Unbelievable.
We're doing
and
nothing.
the whole thing.
Nada.
None of the choices I made up to that point made any difference to anything. And then there was this stupid boss fight, and I lost. Bad ending. I'm just like, jeez. And I looked up endings for NeoCab, and every search, every thread on Reddit, every YouTube video is like, here's how you win the argument with, whatever her name is. I'm like, I didn't know I was trying to win an argument. What the fuck? So It's stupid. It sucks. It's not worth your time.
So
it's
anyway,
garbage.
here's the thing.
I don't understand how the fuck does this have mostly positive on Steam reviews? I don't get that at all.
Here's the thing, dude. I don't quite get how you feel about the game, though. What's your final reaction to the game?
Here's
my
my
Duke.
my review noise is this.
You know what, Duke? I'm sick of your sort of like biased
Negativity.
opinions.
Gotta
Negative.
dance around the issue
Being
and
sold out
and
by the
be
developer.
unclear. Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. I don't get it. Like, again, they had some good ideas. The impulse behind this is not bad. But they had to go and ruin it. And then it started me thinking about, because then I was like, all right, I need to cleanse my palate. I'm going to go play Far Cry 4, because that's a game where you just run around and shoot the bad guys. Yeah. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. When I get to the end of this game, what's going to happen? I don't remember. So I look it up on Steam or on Wikipedia, this plot summary. End of the game. I don't know if you remember. The end of the game.
No idea. I've never
You
played
can
it.
either shoot Pagan's chopper down or not. There's this whole thing about your mom and half sister and all this crap.
Yeah.
And then you can either shoot down Pagan's chopper or not. He's gone. The golden path takes over. And then, depending on who you sided with, this one turns it into a religious psychopathic cult state.
Yeah.
And her sister is locked away forever as a vision of purity or some shit. And everyone's addicted to drugs. And this dude becomes the new fascist psychopath. So it's like, oh, great. I think I'll spend, 10 hours playing Far Cry 4 in order to get to that glorious ending. Why do so many games want to just poke us in the eye and make our nose bleed when we finish the game? What is wrong with, like, a good ending where, like, that's why I like Skyrim. It was because what happens in Skyrim? You fight, you get to the whole game. You got to kill Alduin. You got to stop Alduin. He's going to destroy the whole earth. You get at the end of the game, you destroy Alduin. Hooray.
Yeah.
It's a good result. Undertale, oh, you never know. Did you go pacifist? I didn't know it was not. You failed. Bad ending.
If the ending of Skyrim was made now, it'd be like, you were Alduin all along.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Snowpiercer. And then I was thinking about all the games, Mass Effect 3 is all creation, the Reapers. Well, you take these 3 paths and maybe you become a Reaper or something. Who knows? It's like, people, if you're going to make us work so hard throughout this whole game, give us something satisfying. That's why I love Fallout 4, because you get to the end, spoilers for Fallout 4, you get to the end of the Institute storyline, and it's push the button, Institute nuclear bomb. It's so satisfying.
That's why I like Mario, because you
exactly.
You
save the princess.
And then she's like, here's a kiss, and then you watch some
Yeah.
fireworks.
God damn it. I'm so sick of developers thinking I gotta, and again, I was thinking about Far Cry 3. Oh, you become the darkness you're fighting. Far Cry 5. You gotta arrest this guy. You finally get to him. Oh, nuclear bomb. You're gonna be in a bunker with him for a month or something. Who the fuck knows? Ridiculous. It's so annoying. I'm so sick of that. I realize I play Rocket League. I play other games besides Rocket League and Skyrim to remind myself why I mostly play Rocket League and Skyrim.
That's why you do it. Right, I've got a question for you, Duke. Right, I know you're angry,
Go ahead.
and I know you hated NeoCab, but I've got a
Yes,
question.
I did. 0 out of 5 stars. Go ahead.
Do you like the game Space Chem?
I played it a long time ago. It's got some stuff that I liked, but the problem was that the game board that you're playing on is very small, and the pieces all move a lot. And
Okay. What about Infinifactory?
I played it a little bit. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, Shenzhen IO,
I never played that.
Opus Magnum.
That's an awesome game.
Awesome game. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Well, that developer did a visual novel that is extremely good, right?
Is that Eliza?
It is. It's flipping great.
Because I saw something that said
Should play
comparing
Eliza.
NeoCab to Eliza, and I want to,
No,
but I got to be honest.
Eliza's good.
Well, but no, I mean, I don't know if it was favorable or not, because as soon as I realized it had spoilers for Eliza, I had to stop reading it. But here's the thing. My experience in NeoCab has set me back wanting to play any visual novels for at least 6 months. I need a long break.
Wow. But
Because
anyway,
I know you're right that the person who made all those cool puzzle games came up with Eliza, and I trust him because he has a good sense of
And he's a
storytelling, and I don't think
good
he's going to
game.
waste my time. So I have more faith in him. But I can't take any chances right now. I'm sticking to Skyrim and Rocket League for like 2 weeks. I need
Eliza.
a
I
palate
just
cleanser.
wish you would play that and play a decent visual novel.
I would like to, and I will
good.
at some point, but I don't think
so
it's going to
good.
be anytime soon. I'm sorry.
No, I know. But
We'll
when
see.
you get around to it, that's the game you need to play.
There you go.
It's so good.
And I
It'll
feel like
restore your faith.
I mean, I took a chance on that. I was like, all right, you know what? I have been playing a lot of Skyrim and Rocket League and MMOs and MUDs and shit. Like, I should try something a little different. And well, here's what happened when I tried. I got kicked in the face with steel-toed boots, and now my teeth are all fucked up and my nose is broken. So that'll teach me to.
What
stray
did
from the
Harmer say about
Well.
trying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You tried and failed miserably. The lesson is never try.
never try. Chinny, what have you been playing apart from poker?
Well, as you can maybe guess,
Yep.
I've been mostly playing Mass Effect.
Yeah, you're
Mass
still up.
Effect
You're still on it.
Andromeda.
You're still on it.
So something
Chugging
happened
away.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
this week.
Okay. Here, wait. I got the sound clip for that.
Something's happening.
Correct.
Yeah.
Something happened this week with Mass Effect. I started to enjoy it.
Oh, that was
The
unexpected.
what? Oh my God.
I'm late for the B.
It's like a Final Fantasy game. How many hours in are you?
I was 20
You gotta
hours
get to
in,
the 75
20
hour
hours.
mark.
And then it got good.
Wow.
and I was like, so I'm on the planet. I'm playing it right now for the audio listeners. This is me. I'm on a planet called Vloid.
Oh yeah, Vloid.
I think that's how you say it.
Vloid.
This is a cold planet, and then I was on Kadara. Kadara is like basically like Borderlands in Mass Effect.
Okay.
Oh, all right, okay.
Scorched deserts.
And it's like just pirates and fuckery everywhere.
Like dancing robots that look like garbage cans.
Correct. And then after that, I went on the ship, and I was like, you know what? I don't really talk to anybody on the ship. I should talk to people. But I don't like talking to people because they're all dickheads.
A lot of quests there on that
They're
ship.
all dickheads on this ship. So, anyway, I spoke to people, and then everybody started giving me their loyalty missions, and I was like, oh.
Okay.
I was like, so yeah, I should probably do some of these, and I started doing some of these. I was like, I'm starting to like it.
Uh-oh.
I'm starting to enjoy the game.
God,
Pretty crazy.
what?
I know.
I don't even know how this has happened.
I don't know what's happening. I wrote some notes down to talk about it. No,
It's just that I don't have them.
I said that. Oh yeah, this was a good thing. So the first planet that you do on Mass Effect is called Eos, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like Mars, basically. It's like a Mars kind of looking planet.
Gotcha.
And so you land on it when you first start the game, and that's kind of like the tutorial planet. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, this is what you're gonna have to be doing for the rest of the game. You do it, you go off it, and you go to all the planets. And then I went back to it, and there's loads of shit left. Like there's like it expands more land, so it's bigger than it was. So it's like the map is big, and then it goes, there's more. Right there that you've made the atmosphere more breathable or whatever. There's more of it. You're like, oh, okay. And there's like a whole Ket base that you can destroy. And I was like, oh, there's like missions that you haven't done. And then there was a mission where I had to chase somebody all around the galaxy.
What, like a car chase, but in a spaceship?
Basically, yeah. So
Did you run anyone over?
No, but like somebody, you're trying to track somebody down because somebody's got. Now this game was made in 2017, right? But it's very 2020.
Oh, okay.
One of the missions because basically somebody's got a disease that could kill everybody and wipe out.
No,
everything.
like a pandemic type disease.
And,
I like it.
And for some, they came out of cryo status, and like the captain's like, we fucked up. Like this woman's got a disease. She hasn't been cleared, and she's somewhere on the Nexus. Now the Nexus is the Citadel. It's this version of the Citadel. So it's like it's the human. Well, it's the Milky Way, spaceship. Do you know what I mean? That's where everybody lives at the moment.
Yeah, like some big super.
Yeah, that's the
space
mothership.
station.
That's the mothership, right? The Nexus.
Yeah.
So she's on Nexus somewhere. Don't let her leave the Nexus. And I'm like, fine. All right.
What about all the people on the Nexus?
Well,
fuck them.
Fuck them, right?
The
So
last
she's
of the
walking
human
around
race
the
is gonna
Nexus.
die.
She's
because
walking
she's
around
got
the
this
Nexus,
deadly disease.
and she also says, "Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone."
Keep it to
And
yourself.
throughout this mission,
Cover it up.
there are opportunities to either say, "So what's wrong? Why do you want to speak to Ruth?" And they're like, "It's either nothing, no, just a checkup, or she's got a disease. Fucking run, you maniac!" Right, that was the option. So I went, no, it's fine, nothing. It's not like she's got a killer disease or anything. Nothing really. I just want to sort of see how she is. I've never even met her. Anyway, it turns out that she, you follow her around the ship, and then she leaves. She escapes the mothership.
Oh my god!
And like somebody, as she was leaving, managed to shoot her ship, and she's leaking fuel, and that's how you're able to trace where she goes.
Oh.
So then you trace her around. You go here, and you go, "Oh yeah, she's definitely here. Oh yeah, she's definitely here. Oh yeah, she's definitely here." And then she lands on Kadara, which is the sort of Borderlandsy planet. She lands, and then you find out that she's leaving audio logs. For some reason, she's got time to sort of record a little.
to leave you
I'm gonna
an
make a
audio
prediction
log.
here about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a prediction about what happens
Go
in this
on.
storyline.
He's got a heartbreaking decision to make about whether his best friend lives or dies.
It's like you've played it, right? And
How did I know?
Does she beg for her life? Does she go, please don't kill me?
so now there's still a bit of a twist that you haven't heard.
Oh, okay.
She leaves an
Okay.
audio log, and she's like,
She really has got COVID.
right. I've
Hey,
reached
by the way, Chinny, you
Yeah.
could set up some fake news, couldn't you? Mass Effect Andromeda predicts pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll bet nobody's done that before.
Yeah.
So she leaves this audio log going, oh, I'm in stage 3 of, the COVID virus.
That would be brilliant.
That
if
was-
that's what she said.
That'd be very good if she actually called it COVID.
Can you imagine? That would be awesome.
And I'm just gonna die. Basically, she says, just leave me alone. I'm just gonna die. Right. And then you go and find her, and you find out she's been kidnapped
What?
by a bunch of
Oh,
bloody
dude.
raiders. Raiders are basically pirates. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
She's been kidnapped by a bunch of bloody raiders, right? And
Did
you
he
go
know
in-
she's ill? Did he know?
This is the exact conversation. This is word for word what happens. Okay. You burst down the door and you go, hey, up. Right. Arthur, that you've got that fucking this woman here with the fucking COVID. Right. And the raiders are like, yeah. Yeah, we do. I don't know. I was going to do an accent from, but yes, we do.
No, I
we
like
do.
that. I like that. I like that.
We do have her. Yes, yes. I mean, sorry about that. I know you've been chasing her around the galaxy, but yes, we do. Yes, she's eating some caviar at the moment. She's suffering because it is grade 3 caviar. She does not know. Anyway, what would you want? And then you go, well, she's got a disease and it's going to fuck everybody up. And the raiders
Including
go,
you guys, presumably.
the raiders go, oh, yes, yes, we do know about the disease. We know that she has the disease. We know about it. And you go, well, okay, so, we need to put her in quarantine and sort her out. No, we're not going to do that, no. What we're going to do instead, Ryder, was it? Yes, Ryder. We are going to harness this disease and spread it around the galaxy.
Oh, use it like a bio weapon.
like a
is that what-
bio-weapon. And
I like that.
Oh, great.
my boss, Mr. Trump, said he's a big supporter of that. And I said, oh, that's really awkward because that's kind of like the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. So it feels like you and I are sort of like a...
Loggerheads.
Yeah,
Loggerheads.
yeah,
Loggerheads. There you
And,
go. Good word.
this is word for word, by the way. This is word for word how it's going. And he goes, bloody hell, drat. Well, I'm going to either... you can go, or I'm going to shoot this woman in the face. And
Okay.
you find out that he has some sort of sample. And now what he says, I think, is
How-
like
here's
Like
a
audio
question.
sample, like, yo, I'm sick. I'm
some
sick.
mad beats.
How
Yeah,
did he know? How did the raiders know she had this deadly
I
disease?
think she told him.
Well, that was
Help,
stupid.
help,
of them,
I have a
wasn't
horrible disease that you
Yeah.
could use as a bioweapon. Let me
it?
in.
Yay, help.
I
And
don't know.
how? Oh, here's another question.
Well, good fortune. We were hoping someone would come here with a bioweapon.
just a minute, right? So some woman with a really dodgy disease stumbles into some raiders who just so happen to have the equipment necessary to take a sample of said disease to
They
make
might have
a-
been looking
like,
for
they
her.
were
I
ready.
don't know, Stu.
They were
I don't
ready
know.
for
I
her.
You
don't
say
know.
that like it's difficult, Stu. Do you not have a medical supplies
No,
in your
and I
bathroom
don't.
that you could
And,
use to?
You know, are
Stu.
these bog standard raiders
Stu.
thinking of creating a
Stu.
bioweapon at that
Stu,
point?
if
Who
we're going to
knows?
pick
Yeah.
apart a game where the alien, one of the alien species is basically a fucking giant squid, then we're going to be here all night, right? So
That's true.
basically, the gist is,
I think this science fiction video game may have some scientific
they-
plot holes.
they
I think it's got a problem.
they said like we will let her go if you don't kill us, but we've got like a sample of it. So even if you let her go,
So we're gonna kill all of you anyway.
we're gonna sample it, and then the computer in you've got an AI living in your head, by the way, and the AI says, "Oh,
Connects you to your father.
It does. The AI goes, yeah, it's true that they do have a sample, but it's not very good. So, it wouldn't be a big problem.
It can't be that deadly then, can it? Let's be fair.
So basically, I went to try and save her, and she got killed in the process.
Oh, jeez.
And then I killed all of them. But
just to be on the safe side.
I saw that as a win because the disease didn't get out.
Yeah, no, I think you're
That is
right.
a
I think you won.
I mean, she's
Agreed.
one woman, and you got the whole.
It's unfortunate you couldn't save her as well, but
You've
Grant,
got the
seemingly,
whole,
you did what's good.
the whole human race and all the alien races
Yeah.
on the line. Not just the human race, all of them, or
Yeah.
a woman's life.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chinny, on this. I know, Duke, you're saying that like it's a pity you couldn't save her, but what if she'd have spread the disease?
Well, no, I'm saying like ideally you put her in a test tube that's human sized, so nothing can get out.
Yeah.
You feed her through a
Yeah, that's a
neoprene
great.
flap.
I think she'd rather die.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Ideally, well, maybe you get a little kinder mech like the robot in the robot suit
So anyway,
in Neocab.
that, we spent probably 20 minutes.
Way
longer,
too long. Way
20
too
minutes
long.
longer talking about that one
Yeah.
bullet point that I had.
It was great.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of jank in the game now still because I keep discovering things before like I'm supposed to. So I just landed on on a planet, and I sort of went off and did my own thing. I sort of felt like I followed a natural path, but whatever. Follow this path, and I came to.
Was
this,
it a golden path?
No, and I came to this sort of dome. It's like an asteroid, so there's no atmosphere, but there's these sort of electro domes that are little sort of hubs. I go in, and this was the last one I was supposed to discover. There's 3. And this is kind of like the boss dome, if you will. And then I went back to get, because you've got to get like a passcode or something. So I went back to get the first one and the second one. And when I approached the first one, my character goes, "Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a dome and it's an atmosphere." And I was like, "Yeah, I figured that shit out already, you dickhead." But that's
Slow down. Wait, I need an atmosphere on a planet for you to breathe?
So you land on this asteroid. Because it's a loyalty mission for one of your team called Vectra. Vectra is one of those. They look like a rock. Not the Krogan. It's the fucking Garrus or whatever. What his name was.
Oh yeah.
They got like weird fucking rock faces.
Oh, kinda.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Her name's Vectra, and she's got like a loyalty mission on this asteroid. So you have to bring her. Well, you don't have to, but you feel obligated to bring her because it's her and her sister's sort of thing. So you go on this planet, and every time you jump off, like a ramp, she goes, "Woo!"
That sounds like
Is that a fun sound?
Woo! Whoa!
She's just enjoying herself.
And it's like there's a lot of bumps on this asteroid. Are you gonna do that the whole fucking way?
I guess she does.
And
She obviously
I
likes
feel
to
like
jump
'cause
around a lot.
I've only just discovered today for the first time. I've tried to pick stuff up because you're just picking shit. You're just picking random shit up all the time. I have no idea what it does. And I've realised I tried to pick something up and he goes, "Your inventory's full." And I was like, "Oh, I've never had full inventory. I don't know what is it. I don't know what the fuck I'm carrying around." And I found out
You've never
today,
looked at your inventory, but don't you have to change weapons?
No,
and
but
stuff
like
in
there's
there?
not only weapon upgrades, but there's research. There's Milky Way research. There's a different type of research. There's AVP points. There's all sorts of shit. There's mods for every
Alien
gun.
versus Predator points?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
cool.
know. And and there's just loads of stuff. And I'm like, there's just too much stuff.
I'm so glad I haven't played this game.
But the thing is, you take all that.
The
like,
other
these-
stuff is good.
Yeah, like I am enjoying going around, and these planets that you land on, they're big maps, they're huge maps, and there's lots to do on them. And that was the main thing that everybody complained about on the other Mass Effect, or especially the first one, is like you go on it and it's just a boring planet. Yeah, there's a lot of wasteland, but there are missions to do, and they're pretty good. Now, it's not as good as Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and I think the reason is because it feels rushed. This game was rushed out the door. It was just sort of, there's a lot of junk, there's a lot of ropiness. The characters look weird, and they're all ugly, and I just feel like it was a rushed product that had a lot of potential. A bad Mass Effect game is still a good game. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Chin, and I have finished talking about Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you very much.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, you'll probably have more to say next week.
But I'm 30 hours in.
There you go.
30 hours.
That's a lot of hours.
So I was 20. So I've done
just
10
getting
hours
good.
this week. 10 hours. So I've only played Mass Effect Andromeda this week, but I played a lot of it. I played 10 hours of it this week. So I've proper done some time into it.
There you go. He's served his time.
That's because it's just getting good now, 30 hours in. Jesus Christ.
Well, this says, when focusing on the main objectives, Andromeda is about 18 and a half hours in length. So you're messing up, Chinny.
Yeah, you're definitely doing way more.
No, because you're doing a lot of extra stuff, too.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's it. This says main plus extras, 63 hours. So.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Yeah.
That feels like,
Right.
I'm about halfway through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
100% completion, 94 hours.
So, right, I'm going to talk about
Go ahead.
the elephant in the room.
Oh, there's
There's
Far
a-
Cry 4 again.
Well, there's been, let's just say the elephant on the internet.
I don't know.
Otherwise known
Did you
as-
play this?
Otherwise known as GTA San Andreas Remastered.
Ooh.
Did you play this, Stu?
I have played this.
Oh, snap. It is an elephant in the room.
It is a huge.
For those who don't know, this
Elephant.
currently has like a 0.5 score on Metacritic.
Oh, does it?
0.5.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
People
I'll-
are saying
I'll
it's
get
the
it.
end of Rockstar. Now,
Let me get
obviously,
into this.
the internet tends to be a little hysterical
You
sometimes,
don't
but
say.
that's a pretty harsh
Let me-
statement.
wrong with
let me
it?
Go ahead, Stu. Go
Let
ahead.
me get into this.
I haven't
here
heard any of this. by the way.
game.
Well, that's because you
Okay.
have blinders on. Gee,
Here's
you're
the
a
issue, right,
fanboy.
this is the reason this is all kicking off.
Okay,
So,
talk to me.
but-
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have
Is-
no idea.
and I'll tell you for why. Because all those mods that Rockstar spent all that time doing ceases and desists on and closing down would probably make this game look even shitter than it already is. And that's the problem, because I think probably the mods were better than this.
Yeah.
These, they've spent time supposedly remastering this game,
Uh-huh.
and I'll be honest, it's fucking lazy.
Why is it?
It's
Well,
the-
unless you're going to completely redo it, yeah, you're not
Yeah,
going to make it
no,
look so
no.
good.
They've even left in spelling mistakes in the game. I haven't seen any. And the original game had spelling mistakes. They haven't even
Okay.
fucking bothered to correct those. This is the fucking lazy ass thing they've ever. They've HDR'd it, polished it up like like you polish a turd.
This is the
a
new
little bit.
version we're looking at, right?
Yeah. This is the new version,
All right, go on.
and that's it.
You can tell it's the new version because they've got individual fingers, Duke.
It's the, it's
though?
the right. Here's the thing. Back in back in 2004, this was probably high tech,
Oh, yeah.
right? But in 2021, this is a fucking cash in. They've. I mean, obviously,
Of
Xbox
course,
have
it's a
paid
cash in.
them.
Who was expecting anything
It's-
else?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
but- The fact that they didn't even release any of the games to be reviewed prior to the release is telling. The best comment I've seen.
Yeah,
right,
it is. That's fair.
This is just the best comment ever. Someone said Rockstar took a look at Cyberpunk 2077 and decided to curl out an even bigger turd. And I'm like, that is the best comment. I mean, it's just truly shocking that they class this as a remaster. And even, right, I know I've never really played GTA San Andreas, right? But even this, like
Best
this,
GTA game.
the first mission where you're doing a fucking chase on BMXs, being chased by dudes in cars, shooting at gangsters, that would not happen. Let's be fair.
Oh, now, hold on. Now you're.
Oh,
Hold on.
Stu's vast experience with gangsters. He
No,
Yeah,
knows
no,
they
his
but
all-
now
stuff.
you're
they
just
all
commenting
race
on the
around
game.
on fucking
Like, San
BMXs.
Andreas is a fucking brilliant game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
brilliant.
So like this mission is
And again,
part of the game.
I think this
Mission is jank.
gangster open world video game might not be completely realistic. I think you're right, Stuart.
It's jank. Yeah, but anyway, things have moved on a
This
lot.
makes me want to play it. Wait till you get to the part where you're chasing the train. Damn it, CJ!
it's
all
the
you had to
worst.
do was keep the car straight.
It's
Shut
the
the
worst
fuck
mission.
up, Big Smoke.
Well,
Um,
apparently they've actually put in mid-mission checkpoints for the worst
Thank
missions. So at
God.
least they've done that.
Well, that is good.
At least
Yeah,
you've
that
done
makes me want to
that.
get it now.
But oh my
I'll tell you
god,
what, I did buy a game this week.
you
Oh,
did.
yeah?
You've not bought this,
What's
have
that?
you?
Yeah.
Oh, you
What?
dick.
Why? See, the thing is,
Because he's a Rockstar fanboy. Of course he's
You're
going to
not
buy it.
Do you know what's
saying
made
any-
it worse? You know
you're
what's
not-
made this
you're
worse?
not saying anything that like is upsetting me, really.
No, I know.
Yeah, really.
I know.
It doesn't look very good, Chinny.
This is the problem, and I think this is the main. Apart from the fact they closed down all the mods, they removed the original games off every store, so you can't even download the original games anymore.
What if I already had it in my Steam
No,
library?
you can still have that. Yeah, you
Oh,
can
okay,
still
good.
you can still
can't
play
buy
them
them
on
from
there.
but you just can't buy them anymore.
Well,
So they
that
removed
makes sense though. Like,
It sort of does, but this isn't that much better. It's slightly
Yeah.
better.
It's
Well,
funny.
this is a-
Mr. Miyagi on Steam just played the original as well. Everyone's getting the idea. Like, I already had it. Oh, I better go back and play this.
Yeah.
I've got
But-
the originals on the PS4, and I've never played them.
Do you know what?
Oh, there you go.
Do you know what the other major issue is here? And I think
What's
this
that?
is the other problem. Is we've had the Mafia remake, which is amazing.
I mean, that's a real.
which is
remake.
proper. We've had all the Evil Dead remakes.
This
which
is
are
a
fucking
remake.
amazing.
This is a remake.
No,
stuff.
this is a fucking lazy ass piece of shit that Rockstar couldn't even be fucking bothered to put any time or effort into. That's
It's
what
a-
this
no,
shit
but
is.
really feel.
to me, it's like a HD remaster, not a remake.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they made all this big thing about it. Fucking
But the
closing
spelling mistakes, Chinny, the
down
spelling
and-
mistakes.
They've
know.
not
I
even fixed anything.
I
They've
can
just
believe. I
left
can,
it. It's
what I'm
fucking
hearing.
jank.
This is the first time I'm hearing this stuff. So I can believe that the internet got upset that they took the mods down and took the right to buy the old versions of it, and the internet has been known to sort of react to that kind of response. So yeah, that's great. And I'm not someone who's played all the mods, so this does look better to me. I'm granted it doesn't look like Mafia like Definitive Edition or Resident Evil 2 or 3. It doesn't look like it's had that treatment. It's all the same animations. It's not been gone in and reanimated or anything like that. It's just basically just
They
new
didn't fix the
models.
spelling mistakes.
You know,
Didn't fucking fix any spelling
I
mistakes.
watched
though,
the
did
trailer.
They couldn't even be bothered to do that, Chinny.
I watched the trailer and I'm looking at this going, this is exactly what I expected it to be. Like
Yeah,
I'm not really like upset at all.
And the mid-mission checkpoints actually makes me really want to get this now.
Yeah, I mean there is.
Because I was about to
At
reinstall San
least.
Andreas. I'm like, I have good memories of that.
So-
And then I'm like, no, I don't want to have to do that.
Listen what Stu's just done. He's just coming in here slating Rockstar, and I've bigged them up.
And we both
and then
this sounds
Duke, you're
awesome,
like,
let's
I
do
might buy it.
Is there any deal?
No, this game's shit. The best deal you can do is not play it.
No, it'll be $5
Don't-
soon. I'm happy.
Don't give
Glad it's crashing
Rockstar
and
your
burning.
money.
Another
'Cause
news:
they're-
Alan Wake is getting a remaster. I'm sure Stu will have.
Lazy ass bunch of wankers.
To me, I mean,
And it doesn't even run properly. It fucking crashes on the PS5 all the time, apparently.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't even fucking. They haven't even bothered optimizing it. It was like, fuck that shit. Just fucking release it. It's fine.
I feel like you're slightly biased towards Rockstar.
They also had to remove it from sale on the PC, and people who bought it can't even frigging play it yet because they left some unintentional files in it. And until they remove them and updated it, they can't fucking even play the game they paid for. Which might be the reason that there's only 0.5 out of 10 for it, because they can't even fucking play the shit game.
So you're saying that you like it, or
Actually, it weren't that bad. Do you know what I had? I had a pretty impressive moment in the game, to be fair, right? So I was flicking around the radio station. I knew one would be dance music, obviously, you know, like you always get in these games. And the first song that came on was Mr. Fingers, Can You Feel It? And what a frigging tune that is. And I'm like, wow, that's just such a tune. So I loved it. So yeah, this was a stupid mission as well, having to go and tag. They haven't even bothered to put a route thing to wherever your bloody objective is. So you're running around looking for these.
Of course
stupid
not.
tags.
That's not the game, Stu.
No, it's cack. Anyway, so much so, right, that I got the track list for the radio station. I have actually done a mix of the songs from San
Ooh,
Andreas.
okay.
So that's up
There
on
you go.
Mixcloud now. I did that this morning, and it's good. And some tracks I've not heard either, which was kind of cool. There was some really good old school acid tracks. I'm like, I've not heard that before.
Yeah.
So there you go. I've done a little mix. It's an hour and a half long. If you're playing the game, put that on because it might make it better. Who knows? Not that it could be much worse, but you know, driving's still
your
jank
hate
as
for
fuck.
popular things is just so.
It's not my hate for popular things.
No, it's not just him. This is not
It's
just
not
him. This
that.
is everybody
They
hates
haven't
this.
even improved physics or anything like
so
that.
many
I don't know
those
why you
fucks.
expected they would.
Because they fucking made a big fuss about it and fucking.
Yeah, but I
closed
watched
every
the
fucking
trailer.
out.
I was like, that trailer just looks like.
Yeah, well, they didn't show much of it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just assumed this was the deal. Like, people were expecting like a Resident Evil 2, but I was not. People were expecting GTA 5, but these games, like, I'm sorry, but that's not what I was expecting. This is.
I can't even imagine, right? And I'm just gonna say this. How? I mean, I'm assuming they're just going to use the exact same assets for this VR version they're doing on the Quest.
Yes, it will.
So that's going to be fucking jank as fuck as well.
I'm sorry. Resident Evil 4 uses the exact same fucking assets.
No.
Yes, it
No.
does. Yes, it does.
No. But that game is good.
No, you see, now you're just being silly.
And this game is jank.
No. You got two
I'll bet
It's as jank as it was back in the day, Stu. I
I'll
don't know
bet,
what you're
right? I'm just
thinking.
going to say this now, right? I know what you're saying, but I'll bet you the systems in this game aren't anywhere close to being as well implemented
We
as
don't
the ones
know
in
that yet,
Resident
so that's
Evil.
just.
I'm putting it out there now. I'm telling you
Okay.
now that's it's
Well, we
not
don't
going to
know.
be.
Yeah, but Resident
They
Evil
can't
4
even do
is the
shooting
exact
mechanics
same
in bloody
assets.
GTA
And everybody
5, man.
fucking praises Resident. Oh my god, but
They
it
can't
looks-
do driving yet. The fucking driving mechanics in GTA 5 are jank. They don't know how to fucking
Stu,
control a
if you're
car.
just going to say things to try and rile me up, then
I'm
we're going
not.
to have to stop.
I'm being truthful. I mean, totally 100%
It's ridiculous.
truthful.
It's ridiculous.
The shooting mechanics are jank. They have to have auto aim on because they fucking couldn't aim at it otherwise. It's fucking jank. Anyway,
Are we done? Are we done with
I
your...
quite like GTA 5, by the way,
Yeah, I know.
even though it's jank.
All right, if I may talk about another game.
Oh,
By the way, let me also say,
by the way, this is the
I've
angry show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the anger squad. I've been thinking a lot lately about the quest for emotional nostalgia. In other words, I've talked before about certain playlists I have for different game types, MMOs, Drintheon, whatever. Rocket League, I have, certain, I can put on Chemical Brothers or Crystal Method or something. One of Stu's mixes maybe and like jam out while I'm playing Rocket League. Call of Duty, I have a playlist, of hip hop, aggro, DMX and that. But it's not just that. It's also, I have great memories of playing Call of Duty, but I can't get back there now.
No.
Like,
I've been thinking about this exact same thing this week.
and that's a lot to do maybe with why you've been feeling a little distant from games, Chinny, because, even with Rocket League, like when I play well, like I can get back to kind of that same mode of like, yes, I'm scoring, I'm playing well, but it feels like there's more and more toxic sour children on lately, which ruins it because I have a moment where I'm happy that I scored and then people will be like, fucking luck, you suck, KYS. And I'm just like, damn it. But, like MMOs, MUDs, I can't get back to that same place that I felt before. And I realized recently that I think game developers were so innovative for a while because that's how they filled their market niche. That's how they made a name for themselves in order to make a profit. Now, game developers are making profits mostly through battle royale games, MMOs, free-to-play games. Bethesda hasn't turned out anything decent in a while because all their attention's on Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 and stuff. And it makes me feel like they're just, there's no team deathmatch game available right now that's any decent.
Basically, video games are over.
Yeah. Multiplayer
This is it. We're calling
done.
it, people.
Now you're saying that, right? And jesting aside, Call of Duty's sales this year are 40% down year on year.
Well,
Because Warzone.
That says something.
Because Warzone.
Warzone's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, it says something, doesn't it, though?
Right. And I hope that will indicate that they need to. And here's the thing. Look, what I want is just a team deathmatch game. Like, that's all I want. If I want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare again, I would have to reinstall a 120 gigabyte game just for a game mode that would take 2 gigs at the most if they served it a la carte. But they don't do that. And that's very frustrating to me. So I don't know. I'm annoyed by the fact that, I can't find games that scratch the itch I want because part of what I want is the social element. Strange as it may seem, Rocket League is actually the most social game that's I have access to right now. All the MMOs and MUDs and, games that I play that ostensibly have other people in them, like nobody wants to talk about anything. In Rocket League, granted, it's mostly just like, you suck and sour children, but I've also had some really interesting conversations with people and they're like, it's been a hell of a weekend or, I can't wait to, get a week off or whatever. So anyway, Iron Sight's empty. There's this free, team deathmatch game, but nobody's playing it now. So I'm frustrated by the fact that there's no player base in any of these games. I actually put Black Ops 2 back onto my Steam, and there's people playing that. So like, okay, maybe I'll do that. I've been going out back to Battlefield 4. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
So whatever. Anyway, I have one more game to talk about, and it's called Gardenia, the prologue. And this is the thing a lot of developers are doing now. When they make a game, they'll give you like the first part of it to play for free to show you how it works. And it's kind of a demo, but it's basically the first level. So it's a demo. That's what I played, Gardenia. It is it's a lot like my time in Portia. You don't have your own home or anything. It is cartoony. It is part crafting, part exploration. It is the type of game where you have people, like there's this little tiny island that you go on and you learn the basics of chopping trees and stuff, and then you go to this larger island and there's somebody there waiting and they show you some stuff about, like, you know, find this, find that. One of the annoying things is that you have to click things in order to pick them up, which is just dumb. You should click E or something for that, because when you click things, you also swing whatever weapon you're holding, or, you know, whatever tool, if you have an axe or something. So sometimes you click and it'll pick something up, and sometimes you click and it'll swing the axe toward the tree that you're looking at.
You mean we gotta use our hands?
So that's kind of weird. However, one of the things that sets it apart from other games like this, which is just kind of interesting, is each area you go to, you can collect these magic mushrooms that do not give you psychedelic trips. No. But
that's a bit rubbish.
But they do, like in Super Mario Brothers, help you jump higher. So eventually I got 5 of the blue mushrooms, and then you get the black mushrooms, which allow you to fly. So there are these like floating islands way high above you, and I was just like, oh, I'm never going up there. But then I got the mushrooms, and I was able to boing, 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 and then fly. Woo! So it's
you were getting high.
I was getting high. I see what
there you go. You see,
very clever.
Yeah.
It feels unfinished. There's these record players
Well,
everywhere
it is
for
a
some
prologue.
reason. Yeah, no, but it is a full game coming soon, and this is supposed to show us what the full game is like. And I feel like
record players feel like they should be save points or something.
Well, that would make sense, but they're not. Maybe they will be in the full game, but I get the sense that I'm not really understanding. Like, there's these little shrine things all over the place, and it's like, what do? I don't know. They don't ever make it clear. You can break up those little pavement stones on the ground. But why? Why would you want to? What is the point of that?
Well, do you not get rocks from them or something? For crafting?
No.
I suppose it's the freedom to make anything look how you want it to look.
I guess. I just don't know. Who cares about that? Because I don't think there's multiplayer. So maybe, I think it's like a kind of a kid's version of, like, before they get to Minecraft. I don't know.
Yeah.
However, that said, there were some cool quests. There was one where I had to, like, plant a bunch of shrubs around the island, and then I got some, coins from the lady, and I did have to jump around to find these gnomes, and that was kind of neat. So it was fun enough as it went. But the crafting's a little wonky, because you have these like stone like tubs that you put stuff in, and then you put a pink crystal in, and that causes it to become a thing. So it was like, and you had recipes, but you don't, you just throw stuff into the bin, and then you put a pink crystal in, and it's like, hey, now it's this other thing. And the recipes don't tell you what it is. So you can see that, for instance, in your recipe book, you'll get a recipe for one type of axe and then a recipe for a different type of axe. There's no indicator of which one's better. It's just two types of axes.
It's just an axe.
And
here's a question, Duke. I'm watching the demo now on the screen.
Yeah.
Were you frustrated that the trees don't fall over?
No, I was not.
I'm just asking because I'm watching it and they just sort of burst into a couple of twigs and a piece of wood or something.
The thing that's the funny you mentioned that. The thing that is annoying about that is like 5 things burst out of the tree, and then like 3 of them vanish. So you can only pick up like 2 of the things that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Up.
So I wondered if that was a glitch.
And then sometimes there's these snail shells lying around, and it's like, oh, apparently after I finished the demo, it was like I went looking for stuff, and it said, oh, if you break up a bunch of snail shells, eventually in where they used to be, there will be a recipe there. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, because it felt unfinished. I did all the quests, And so there weren't any more quests for me to do. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And I was like, I guess I'm done with the prologue. I would have thought there'd be something that's like, you finished the prologue. Thank you for playing. Check out the whole game. But instead, it's just like, you just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, it seemed when you went to that inventory on the screen then, it said, add to your Steam wish list. So I'm assuming that's what they want you to do. You know, they're not bothered about, they're not bothered about you finishing the demo, man. They just want it on your wish list.
Yeah, they would have much more success getting it on my wish list if they had some sort of clear purpose to the whole thing here. Like, you know, individual quests are fine, but I want some larger process maybe as well.
Yeah, I quite like the art style.
See that? The art style's great, but you see this fish thing, like, what the fuck? What's it doing there? Like, I don't know what it's for. It's just some weird pagoda. You can't go in the water. As soon as you go in the water, it takes you back on shore.
Yeah, so it just bring you straight out there. It's aesthetically pleasing. Maybe that's all it is.
It is very aesthetically pleasing, and it moves the time of day and all that stuff. And like I said, I had fun with the quests as far as they went. They just didn't go very far.
Yeah, chop logs.
I don't know.
That's what you got to do.
I might. Well, that's fine, but I don't know. And maybe the prologue doesn't really show all the things that you have in store. But I'll say this: given how wonky the crafting is, like I didn't add it to my wish list. I'm not dying to get this.
Looks nice though.
Yeah. I like the art style. I must admit.
Maybe if it's real cheap, I'll give it a whirl. But
like $1.
I'm glad I played it. I don't regret playing this one, unlike Neocab. It's if you've got kids, they might be more into it. They don't care so much about clear crafting stuff. They like to just wander around and pick up stuff and experiment with.
Well, the good thing about kids is they have awful taste in video games, so they'll just.
That's true.
Yeah, unlike the rest of us old people, I'm just saying, I'm surprised you haven't played Bright Memory Infinite this week, Duke. I thought you'd be straight on that.
Straight on it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it. I look on the Steam stuff and I don't.
You don't. It's on. It'll be in your library already.
Is it already in my library?
Yeah, because as soon as
let's find out live, people.
It's in my library, so I'm assuming it's in your library.
Bright Memory Infinite. There it is.
There it is.
Oh snap!
Get it downloaded and played, man.
11 gigs.
It's not that big, actually. Yeah, it's not that big. Yes, I'll talk about a good game I've been playing this week.
Okay.
Which is Resident Evil 4 VR, of course. Fuck me, that game
is
good. So good.
Still loving it, Stuart?
Absolutely loving it, man. I've nearly finished. I'm 13 hours.
That's unusual for you.
I know. 13 hours, man.
Finish a game.
Almost straight. I just can't get enough. I'm getting towards the end. I've had a few fairly hefty boss fights, gotta say. One of them, I just ran away because I felt that was the wise thing to do. Yeah. Have you played this, Chinny? Have you ever played it?
Well, I played the start of it, the first little villagey bit, but no.
Yeah, that's what I did. I never played anymore, and in VR I played a lot. But there's a boss fight, and I remember. Do you know what's weird about this boss fight? Right, I've never played the game, but my mate Feng Chui. Sean was fucking mad on this when it came out. Loved it. It's still one of his favourite games of all time. And I went round to his house one day and we were chatting or whatever, and we were playing Resident Evil 4 while we were chatting. And he played this, by the way, this does look way, way better than GTA San Andreas, I'm just saying.
I gotta let it go, Stu.
Yeah.
They're both out the same year, by the way.
Yeah, but this looks way better. He was playing a section of the game, right, where there was this lizardy, freaky, mutated fucking beast thing chasing him around this facility. And he just kept getting killed and he couldn't figure out how to do it. And we were taking it in turns, and I remember it distinctly. And we were taking it in turns, and we were both getting killed. And it was fucking rock hard. And that's the part of the game I got to. And I'm like, and it's weird because I've barely played this game, but I remembered it like it was yesterday. The facility, how it looked. Because I kept thinking, I'm sure I remember this facility and there were pipes and stuff, and I haven't come across that. And I can't understand where that's going to be because I'm in a castle. I don't understand. And then when I was in the sewers, that's where this thing happened. And yeah, I fought this thing and I froze it and I just ran and got to the lift and just went up. And I don't know whether you can kill it or not, but I just couldn't be bothered wasting ammo on it.
Yeah.
Because if what's the point? Yeah, I'll just run away, man. I'm not wasting my ammo on that thing. But this game does an amazing job of giving you enough stuff when you need it, right? And then running low, but then it tops you up again. So it does do a good job of always kind of almost making sure you've got enough stuff.
Making you feel like you won't have enough, but you always do.
Yes, exactly that. It does that. And the other thing it does cool, and I don't know whether the original game did this or not, because obviously this game you have to save at typewriters, so there's only certain locations, like all Resident Evil games, where you can save your game. What is cool, you actually type yourself on the typewriter with your fingers, which is cool. But anyway, that's an aside. That's just a cool little attention to detail thing. But yeah, so
here's a question, Stu. Have you found any typos in this game though? Yet?
No, not a single one.
Oh, thank God.
Not a single
Okay.
one. Not a single one. But yeah, you typewriter and you save your save point. Now, I don't know in the original game, if you died, it always took you back to where the last typewriter save was. Not sure whether that was a thing or not.
I assume so.
I don't know. But in this, there are, when you get to a certain point, like, for instance, just before that big boss fight with the lizardy mutated, whatever the fuck it was thing, if you die, it takes you back to that same point again. So it doesn't take you back to the last typewriter you saved at. It just takes you back to there. So that's kind of cool. I've fully expanded my briefcase now, so I can fit loads of weapons in there and stuff, and I've got more than enough space for inventory. Leon is nearly maxed out on health, so I've nearly done that. And it's good. It's such a good game. Do you know, it has aged so well.
Like a lot of games in 2004.
Well, apart from San Andreas. But it has aged. It's aged really well. It looks great. I mean, there are some weird scripting and voice acting things going on, you know, because it's an old game. But they've done such a phenomenal job.
So you're willing to let those go on this game?
Well, they're only little things.
What, like what?
They're just tiny little things
Like
that
what?
don't distract. Look, the fact that they've translated this into
Stu,
VR.
like
so
what?
well.
I'm asking, like what? What kind of weird
just some
scripting?
janky dialogue. I don't know. The president's daughter,
So
whatever the hell
janky.
she's called, she just says some weird stuff.
So janky.
And like, you know, the voice acting's a little bit wooden and things like that.
Janky.
But you know what? I don't care because the game itself is so great to play.
You two are so cute. I love the
And
way you're both in your corners. Like,
Shooting the heads off
this
enemies
is
will
good. That's bad. That's
will
bad.
never
This
get
is
old.
good.
Here's the thing, though.
So
Here's the thing,
janky.
right? Normally in games like this, I'm pretty crap at aiming with a joypad.
Yeah.
But aiming using my hands is brilliant. I get nearly headshots all the time, even at a distance. Honestly, I feel like a god walking around in this game. Especially a Magnum. Fuck me, that gun is a beast.
I feel like Kanye West.
I feel like John Wick. Honestly, I feel like John
Kanye
Wick.
West thinks of himself as a bit of a god, you see.
No, exactly. That's how I feel.
Kanye West.
But I'll tell you what, those chainsaw dudes are still scary, especially in VR.
You might say they have a lot of power.
Oh, a lot of power. But yeah, it's brilliant. Honestly, play the game. It's great. You got VR. You got a Quest 2. This is a must-buy game.
And how much is it?
$29.99. It is not a cheap game. Not a cheap game, but it is value for money. It is worth every single penny.
Unless you don't like video games, then it's not worth it.
Unless you don't like video games,
Yeah.
then you won't like this. I guess.
Is that the only reason you wouldn't like it?
Yes, 1,000,000%.
If you were
like
blind?
VR, if you want a game in VR that shows what a Quest 2 is capable of doing on its own with no PC attached to it, this is the game to show that. It's flipping brilliant. Honestly, it's the best since Half-Life, Alex. This is the best VR game I've played, hands down. No doubt.
No
Amazing.
doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Have you played anything else, Chinny?
No, just the old Mass Effects.
Well, I've got one more game to talk about that came out this very week, which is Forza Horizon 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't have an Xbox Series X to play this, so I can't.
Can you not play this on the one?
I've never
then?
played a Forza Horizon game.
It's great.
It's a fun fact about it.
Okay, here's the thing, right? It looks gorgeous, right? You know, we had this conversation last week about would you go for graphics over frames?
Graphics.
I definitely went with graphics.
Right.
Yes, graphics,
Definitely.
yeah.
And I'll be honest, right? I can play a game at 30 frames per second and I don't notice that much of a difference. I don't have motion sickness or any of that stuff. Do you know what's also, by the way, and I don't know whether I've mentioned this. This is the attention to detail in Resident Evil, and I know I've gone back to it because I'm watching it now.
You've gone back.
If they throw an axe at you, you can shoot it out of the air.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. Honestly, the attention to detail is ridiculous. Anyway, Forza Horizon, the opening to this, and I've played obviously 3, 4, and now 5, and it's just brilliant. The way they open the game is awesome. They've done like a rip-off of PUBG, basically. So you're in a massive aircraft carrier, and they basically, each type of race in the game, which is obviously road race, dirt race, rallycross, whatever, they basically chuck you out of the back in that car in a parachute, and then you race.
Yeah.
And then obviously they do the next car and you race that one as well in the different environments. And it looks stunning, even on an S, right? Because I haven't got an X, I've only got an S.
Oh yeah.
It looks stunning. I
could buy an S actually.
Yeah, you get an S, man. They're cheap, and you can get one.
Can't be bothered.
You can get one. And it runs smooth as no noise. I mean, that
smooth as a baby's arse.
Smooth as a baby's bum in 30 frames a second. Quality graphics setting, looks phenomenal. It's great. I mean, I'm not, you know me, I'm not a huge racing game fan.
I thought you was going to say I'm not a huge graphics whore. I was like,
well, I am not. Yeah, I can't.
He's not going to lie.
I can't say that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks
me.
phenomenal.
I'm not into my graphics.
And I'll be honest, right? I'm not great at racing games, so I have it on novice. But here's the problem I have. If I have it on novice, I win really easily. But if I have it on the next level up, I lose. So I don't know what I could do with a setting in between novice and normal. That's what I need. Now, I don't know whether I can alter some of the more sort of subtle settings in the game to make it a little bit easier in normal, but obviously still a challenge. Because at the moment, when I race, I don't feel challenged at all in novice. But then when I try and race in the normal setting, I get beaten every time and I end up like losing. And I think, well, I'm not making any progress on that. So I don't know what the best thing to do is.
It's a conundrum.
It's a conundrum, all right. It is a conundrum. I have joined, by the way, Greg from the Overseas Connection has set up a VG Hub Club. So
in Forza.
Excuse me.
In Forza Horizon 5. So if you've got Forza Horizon 5 and you want to sort of join the club, you can do, and there'll be obviously challenges and you can join up with other people and all that jive. So yeah, that's worth a look. So I've done that. I've joined the club. So I'm in the club.
Yeah.
But I've never played a GTA Forza Horizon game online, because whenever I've bought them, has been a long time after everybody else has been playing.
Yeah, you don't like multiplayer games because you don't like fun.
I don't like losing.
And people.
I don't like people.
Well, who would want to play with people? You just
and I don't want to lose. Did I mention I don't want to lose?
Is that why you don't play? Because you're competitive?
No, I don't play.
See, that's the interesting thing, though. Like, I've been thinking about this too. I play so many open world games because the game, if you play a game like Resident Evil 4, which we're still looking at on the screen, like, you have to go where the game wants you to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't want that restriction on me. I want to be able to go, in Skyrim, whether I want to go to Riften or Solitude or Markarth, like, let me choose where I'm going. And it's such a weird thing to be fixated on, but it's the more games I play, the more I get the sense of like, don't tell me where to go. Let me choose where I want to go next. I don't know. I really value that kind of freedom lately.
Yeah, you see, I
can't remember the last like single player like non-open world game I've played.
Yeah, you see, I don't care about that. I'm not bothered. I like a story that's got
I don't know
direction.
why I'm so hung up on it. Like it's so weird.
But no, the reason I'll be honest, this is kind of funny actually. The reason I wouldn't play I don't like playing multiplayer is because I'm just usually really crap at them. I just get killed constantly, and I just find it really frustrating, and I don't have fun.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine.
So I just think
I don't blame you.
Why?
That's the thing. Games should be fun.
Why would I want to do this? Because I don't enjoy it. So why am I bothering doing it?
I hear you.
Because it's not fun.
And you don't get the sense of improving at all. Like you don't.
No,
feel like you're
I don't know. And I can't.
Or is it you're not going to put that time into it?
No, I can't even bother spending all the hours to try and even get better.
Fair enough.
The last time I did that was with Call of Duty 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Call of Duty 4,
right.
isn't it? I guess.
Probably
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. But I played a lot of that game, but I still wasn't great at it. You know, I was
Yeah,
better
no,
than when
I've
I
never been
started.
actually good at Call of Duty. I just feel
I
like
never-
I've gotten a little better, and like I enjoy the times I do get some kills once in a while. Because that's the thing, like there's a different feeling between shooting actual people in Call of Duty and playing a game where I'm shooting AI all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But here's the thing, right? Even
But if you
when
don't
I-
have that, feeling, then that's cool.
Well, it's not about the feeling even. It's about being able to bloody play it. Like when I played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah.
Me getting a 3 kill streak, just 3
Yeah.
things,
Right.
was about as rare as rocking horse shit. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And that's no fun because I'm just haven't got that skill. Now here's the
That's
thing
fine.
though. If I was playing in VR, I'd probably be pretty good because I'm quite good at aiming in VR with a pretend gun, So maybe
that's what you need. Is you need a Call of Duty type game on the VR.
Well, there are some, but I've just never played them.
It's time to give them a
Maybe,
shot. So
maybe
you
I
can
should
tell
give
us
it a
whether that's a
shot.
thing.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
better at that. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
look at the avatars in Forza. They're so They're so.
Why are
good
you
now.
coloring your leg different colors?
No,
That
because you
seems
can have
weird.
you can have
You can have-
cybernetic.
You can have
arms
prosthetic
and stuff.
legs.
Prosthetic legs and arms.
Why would you
cybernetic.
want that?
Because
Well,
some
I would
people
say-
have them, do.
Because some people have them in real life.
17 different colors of legs.
Have you seen that? What you can have as your identity? Him, he, him, she, her, them.
What
So you-
is it? Because there's announcers and like that sort of thing?
No, you can have yourself as a whatever they call it when you identify as both male and female or whatever.
Yeah,
it
but
is.
I'm saying though, like when does that come up in the game?
No, it doesn't. It's just that you can choose to be that.
Why does it matter then?
I don't know because they
We
wanna
were just
give
talking about this
people-
with Skyrim. Like you
Well,
make your character and you never see it.
No, you don't. Yeah, there's
I
not
mean,
a
whatever.
lot of-
More power to them. They get you gender identity options. That's cool, I
yeah,
guess.
there's not a lot of choice in the actual game. There's 2 voices.
See, that's why I'll tell you. Sorry,
There's
go
not
ahead.
much
I
in the
keep-
way of character
I feel like
models.
I'm
To be
interrupting
fair,
you.
there's only a few different character models. Mine looks
And like
pretty
this is
much
probably
like
the type of game where like you're constantly switching cars, isn't it?
Yep.
See, that's what I liked about like Need for Speed Carbon back in the day. I spent a lot of time making my car look cool because I was watching my car and it was the same car for a while.
Oh no, you can still
Like-
do that. I
can
mean,
still
I'm
do
using
that,
Yeah, but how?
Yeah,
but do
yeah.
you switch your car? But don't you switch your car a lot?
Only if you're doing a
this
different
game?
race. So if you're doing
Yeah.
a dirt race, obviously you have a different car for that. If you're doing road race,
Different
I've
kind
got-
of race, then. Okay.
Yeah, what's kind of
Alright.
cool, if you played other Forza Horizon games, I played 3 and 4, you get rewarded for that. So I've got a really cool Lamborghini, which is like an ultra rare road car, and I'm just using that for pretty much every race. And I've been in and had a look what paint jobs people have done and put a cool paint job on it and everything.
That's
You can
cool.
have your own personalized number plate. So mine's DJ No Clue, of
You
course.
can you can
Aw,
import you
yeah.
can import decals and shit that from
Nice.
previous
Put the
games.
veteran gamers
Yeah.
on that sucker.
Yeah.
So if you spend a lot of time in Forza Horizon 4 or 3 making shit, you can
You can
import
do
it.
all that stuff. Yeah, import it all.
Nice.
And it just looks cool.
It does look very good.
All right.
It does look cool. And
I've
I've
just never
done-
played a Horizon game in my life.
Maybe you need to do that, Chinny.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe
I,
it's
I had a, I
time.
had a sort of like
It's been a while since I played a
feeling of like,
racing
oh, I
game.
should play that British one. Which was that 4, was it?
Yeah, that's good. I've
I
been
was like,
obviously
yeah, I
played
should-
that.
I
I
should
played a
play
ton of
that.
that
I used
as
to
well.
play loads of racing games when I was little. I
And
always used to
again,
play
you know what? The attention to detail in that game, living in the UK, and it's set around the Lake District. So mostly everything in the Lake District and then Scotland. So there's a little bit in
Oh,
Scotland.
the Hammock District.
Yeah, the Hammock District. And it's like
I
a
thought it was
little
set all across the UK.
No. It's mainly the Lake District and Scotland.
Well, is London not in it? Then?
No, Edinburgh is in it. So they've got Edinburgh and sort of, all around there and the castle and everything.
Well, that's
Bamburgh is so the East Coast is on it as the like higher up East Coast is there like Bamburgh and Bamburgh Castle and all around that area. So, but it's all countryside, so it's mainly all sort of the lakes. So there's like Windermere, Grasmere, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, but it's cool. So I like that game as well, but I like this game too.
All right.
I just said there's not a lot of difference. The systems are all pretty much the same. The leveling up's the same. The barn finds are the same. So it just looks a lot prettier, and it's obviously a much different location. It's just a much more different location. With volcanoes and all sorts of crazy shit going on, and dust storms and thunderstorms. There's like one bit of the game where there's this massive set piece where you're racing against a thunderstorm and there's lightning flashing and hitting the floor everywhere, and it is so fucking cool.
F&K in the chat says, it's very cool. I just played it on a £200 Chromebook through cloud streaming, and it worked like a bloody treat.
Yeah.
right.
It's something like
That's where it's all going.
Yeah, the cloud sort of stuff is going really
That's
good.
where it's all going.
See, Chinny, you don't even need to get an Xbox Series X. Just do the cloud
you know what?
streaming
There
thing.
might be something in that, just holding out.
Yeah.
Because I probably just don't need to buy one.
You don't even need to get one.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, God, it's on Game Pass. There's not a lot to recommend if you've got an Xbox. Play the game. It's great. And it looks, like I say, it does look very cool.
All right.
There you go.
Let me
That's
finally
it.
say before we move on, my piece that I wrote about Cyrene and Eleusis on Achaea was very well received. Some person said this was the most useful post that's been on the public board in quite some time. So I was like, yeah, my writing stees are making a difference. It didn't really make a difference, I don't think, but a lot of people liked it, so that was good. Thumbs up.
Sweet.
There you go. Right, we have got some news. We have got some news. Let's do a bit of news.
Not just about Rockstar. It's the end of Rockstar. It's so funny how dramatic people get.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this, people. Hang on a second. Let me say this real quick. Sorry. If Cyberpunk 2077 did not end CD Projekt Red, and I don't believe it did, this isn't going to end Rockstar.
No, is it?
I mean, look, Hello Games did not end. And in fact, people love Hello Games now because they just keep churning out shit. So the question is not, does the game flop on launch? The question is, what does the company do to make it right afterwards?
Well, we'll see.
And in the case of Cyberpunk, nothing.
Nothing, not till next year. Next year they've delayed it too, by the way.
We'll see.
Yeah, first news this week. If you go to Mixcloud to DJ No Clues page, you'll see there's a San Fierro Underground Radio mix. So there's some news. Go and give it a listen.
That's not news. We thought it was about video
Oh, is that
games.
not news? All right,
That's not
sorry.
news, no.
Video game news.
Not news. Yeah, I've got some news.
Are you seriously talking about video games?
I've got an email this week. I got an email
Oh,
Steam. Off Steam. And I'll be honest with you. When I first saw the email, I thought, shit. Right, because because it was entitled Steam Deck Shipping Update, right? And I'm like, I ordered one of these quite late. Are they sending it me already? Because I haven't, and I hadn't even told Kay because I thought, well, I'll not be getting it till next year, so it's not going to make a big difference. So I'll just, pay it out and spending money when I've saved up enough, whatever. So I said to Kay, shit, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I've got an email on Steam. I ordered one of these Steam Decks, and it says there's a Steam Deck shipping update. Is it coming sooner? I'm needing to worried.
It's all got delayed.
It's all got delayed. So basically, this is the email I got. Hello, the launch of Steam Deck will be delayed by 2 months. We're sorry about this. We did our best to work around the global supply chains issues, but due to material shortages, components aren't reaching our manufacturing.
That's definitely the reason.
In time for us to meet our initial launch dates, based on our updated build estimates, Steam Deck will start shipping in February. So it's meant to start in December, I think it would be in December they were going to start sending them out to people who were first in the queue. Now, I ordered mine fairly late on, so I'm guessing, and this is only in my estimate.
You'll get yours in 7 years.
I'm not going to see this till probably this time next year is my estimate for finally getting one of these.
Yeah.
So, I can't see me getting one of these anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I've got plenty of time to save up. So,
Yeah, you got lots of time.
So there's some news. Here we go. Other news. Yes, Sony, and this is probably connected to the same issues, but Sony's cutting PS5 production plans due to component shortages and logistical constraints. So yeah, Steam Deck's not getting made, but they've cut it down. They've estimated 1 million consoles less are going to be able to be built. Right. So they were aiming by March next year to sell more than 16 million, and now they're saying it's going to be about 15 million due to shortages, etc. Another delay. It is all delays.
Oh, boy.
Another delay. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember the Playdate console? Do you remember this little thing?
No idea.
So
What are you
basically,
talking about?
this company are making this little console called the Playdate. It was on Kickstarter.
And what's the
And
point of this thing?
It's got a little crank handle on the side of
Oh
it.
yeah, I do
What?
remember
Have you
this.
seen, do you remember
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
And
yeah.
basically, the games incorporate the crank.
Yes.
So it's kind of this unique game, like little
It's
console.
stupid. It's stupid.
It's
dude.
stupid. But people went fucking mad because it looks cute.
It's
and it's
different.
got a handle.
It's different. That's why.
It's got a handle you can turn, right?
Yeah. People
Brilliant.
love turning a
Finally,
handle.
a game with a handle.
So that was meant to ship this month. So that was meant to be coming out.
And I'm guessing that's
this
all
month.
fine.
No. So
Oh,
there's problems here. Something to do with manufacturing and
Is it that bloody canal?
no and components. But
There's
the-
another ship blocking
no,
it.
the biggest reason this isn't shipping is because the batteries that they put in a lot of these units are defective.
Oh,
So
jeez.
when they started trying to use some of the ones they were testing, off the production line, the batteries wouldn't charge. They wouldn't hold.
I would have thought the
charge.
crank could have rank up the.
They were
Yeah.
flat.
like an emergency radio. You just twist
They
it up
missed
a
a
little bit.
trick there.
Yeah, really.
And what's kind of interesting is
It's so small. It looks like it could be solar powered.
the best thing about this is the company that makes them is called Panic. And I
Yeah.
bet
Well,
that's
now
what
they're
they were
panicking.
doing when they found out the batteries were fucked on a lot of the devices they were about to ship. So they're hoping
They should have
to
called
about-
themselves. We got loads
Chill
of
out.
batteries.
Panic! Panic!
Check out the new console from We Got Loads of Batteries LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they said the supply shortages weren't because of component issues initially, but now they're saying that people who are getting them for next year will have to be delayed due to component shortages. So their initial amount was not affected, but now they've got to put new batteries in them all. So who knows, if you pre-ordered one of these or you bought one on Kickstarter, you may get it eventually. Who knows?
Brilliant.
And then finally some good news for you, dude.
Oh.
In fact, two pieces of good
goodness.
news just for you, dude.
Yes. Go
One
on.
is if you buy the Skyrim Anniversary Edition of the game, you get free horse.
Like anybody
armor.
fucking gives a shit.
Ridiculous. Hey, I feel like bragging. I am not buying a version of Skyrim. How about that?
No, but you get free horse armor. Did you hear the?
Who gives a
punchline?
fuck? I got that from Convenient Horses mod. I don't
But
need
you
horse
get a new
armor.
hat.
Yeah, but you get a new hat for your
Exactly.
horse.
It's ridiculous. It's like, I mean, what? It's fishing and some mods. Like, what the? Who gives it? Why are you paying $20 for this? And every review on Steam says the same thing. Like, they got me to pay $20 again. Am I right? Like, yeah, I know, but that's because you're stupid. Like, what are you doing? You can love the game and not have to buy every version that comes out, you stupid fucks. So what's the other piece of good news that you have?
Quantic Dream, one of your favorite
Oh,
developers.
Christ. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Is reportedly the Star Wars game they're making is going to be called Star Wars Eclipse and likely
okay.
to be announced at the next games industry.
First of all, that's not
award
really
thing.
information. That's just a word.
They're going to call it Star Wars
Shit.
Eclipse. Who knows what it's going to
Secondly, don't ever tell me anything about Quantic Dream again because they suck and I hate them.
And it's going to be set in the High Republic era, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. And they're going to be filled with
Yeah.
stupid, meaningless choices that feel so important.
And the final thing, there's been a game announced this week called Lies of P. Have you seen this?
What?
So it's called
Lies
of P. So lies as in telling a lie of P.
As in we.
As in we. And it's a Dark Souls-like game starring Pinocchio.
Okay, why am I doing a search Lies of P and it's not showing up at all?
I don't know. It's LIES of P, the letter P.
Video game.
I don't know.
The letter P. Okay,
If you're
I
just
thought it was
Googling video game, that's probably your problem.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Well, no, I just did Lies of PEE and it came up with
No,
like,
no,
if you
no, no, it's
lie,
not in like
maybe
doing a
you
P.
wet the bed more or something. Pinocchio-inspired Souls like.
It does
oh,
look
God, all
pretty
these
cool.
words.
I know, yeah. Pinocchio-inspired killer puppets. It's
Okay.
going to be hard, and you're
Oh,
going
that's
to
what I
get
want from
killed
a
a lot.
game.
So I don't know. It looks pretty impressive. So who
It
knows?
does look interesting. I just
does look
I can't
interesting.
imagine ever going near it because I have enough
Nope.
frustration in my life.
A dark Pinocchio, Dark Souls style Pinocchio dark game. There you go. That's the description.
It's so dark because the world that we live in is dark, right? It's so dark.
Dark.
Everything's so
dark.
Very
That's
dark.
it for news. By the way, that is the news this week. Not a lot of it.
That's
but...
all the news, people.
We have got an email though, so I guess.
Email.
Whoa, that ruled.
The first email this evening is from. We've got 3, by the way.
Ooh.
The first email this evening is from Sean Thiel. I believe is he Australian? I feel like he's Australian. I could be wrong.
He is today.
Anyway, he is today.
Anyway, we're all Australian.
There's no subject to the email.
Well, then we're not reading it. We don't read emails that have no subject, people. It could be spam.
Well, I will do. It won't take long. Here is the email.
All
You
right.
ready?
But in the future, people, put a fucking subject matter in there.
Here we go. Anything. That's it. That's the email.
What?
That's
I
it.
No
think
subject line, and it
might
just says
be-
anything?
It might be
Anything.
him just saying, just
Is this
email
a
us
joke because
anything.
we said email us about anything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So he's
we
like,
did.
anything.
Oh, he's being funny. Funny
All
man.
right. Well, in that case,
Thank you, Sean.
Anything.
we see what you did there.
We did. We did. Okay, this is so
Isn't
great,
anything
right?
an interesting word, though?
It is. Anything's an interesting word. Right, here's a real email.
That's the Logic album.
Uh,
Not really. It's called, that
from-
one's called Everything.
So this
Or
email
Everybody
is
or
from
something.
Lou Mortensen.
Lou.
Okay, what up, Lou?
Lou Mortensen.
How do
And
you
he's
say?
entitled Skyrim 10th Anniversary Edition.
No, stop.
No, you like it? No, I actually
All right,
got
all right,
to,
all right.
you
Go
know,
ahead,
like
go
this
ahead. I'm
email.
not going to
You got-
prejudice.
you
I'm just
got-
saying the game's stupid.
Because this guy, I've got to give this guy huge props because he has spent some time to create this email.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He has spent
Let's hear
some
it.
time,
Is it more than
and
one word?
effort, and a lot of effort. Here we go.
Well,
You
then
ready?
if it's more than one word, then it's the longest email we've gotten so far this week.
Hello,
So well done.
hello, gamers.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
It's been a long time since I've emailed, but
It's been a long time.
I took some notes from your shows around the release of Skyrim and have
Ooh.
attached them here.
Nice.
Episode 97, Steve Conger was a guest host.
Wow.
It's going back.
That is going back, Steve. We love Steve.
Steve.
Oh,
Good old Steve.
Good old Steve.
Did Steve tell you that, perchance?
Steve didn't play it because he was waiting for a sale at Kmart.
That sounds like Steve, yeah. Steve, I
Duke
remember.
said, this is what you said, Duke. You ready for this? What do you
Yeah.
think you said? I'll ask you what you think you said first.
I spent an hour making my character.
No.
I think he'd be like, there's no way this is going to be as good as Fallout 3.
No, because he's
What did I
played it.
say?
at this
What did
point.
I say?
By the way,
Oh,
he's
you
played
played
it.
it. Oh, you played
Played
it.
it at this point.
Yeah.
So what did Duke say after he played it, Chinny? What do you think he said?
I think he said like pretty caution, just like it's good, but something negative.
Okay,
Am I
I'll
getting
tell you
there?
what he
Am I
said.
getting there?
Sort of. He said, "It's awesome.
Ah, did
Yay!
Play it." That's probably how he said it as well. I saw someone on Reddit say it looked like Fallout Middle Earth, better than Oblivion, but I don't know that it's radically different. That's what you said.
See, that's
about it.
interesting because it takes a while to realize how different the systems are. So it doesn't
This is
seem
what-
as different as it is.
This is
but it
what
is.
I said. Do you want to hear what I said? What do you think I said?
You said, it's not as creative as Oblivion.
No, this is what I
What'd
said.
you
Are you
say?
ready?
Yeah.
Biggest open world game.
Yeah.
I'm over 12 hours in, 3 days covered, 5 to
Okay.
10% of the map.
Yeah.
It demonstrates
All numbers.
why-
All numbers. Statistically, the size
It
of it is larger than
demonstrates.
blah, blah, blah.
It demonstrates why new consoles are needed.
Oh wow.
The load time.
Nothing about fun. Nothing about having a good time. Statistically, the size of it, I've done
finished?
5% of the map, and this proves why we need new consoles. So, I'm having an interesting experience.
long load times.
Long
AI
load times.
AI is stupid.
Well, there's no arguing that.
No, this is all.
I can't dispute that.
But the story is okay. And they put
Yeah.
all the best bits of Fallout into this. Is what I said.
What?
Well, I
don't
think
know
it
what
was
that
because they did
means.
the slow down kills and all that kind of stuff, didn't they? So they
Yeah,
didn't have
okay,
any of
fair
that
enough.
original. got rid of a companion because she was a bit ugly.
Lydia.
Wow. Lydia's not ugly. Are you sure it was Lydia? It might have been that woman who fist fights in the bar. She's.
I don't know. There was
whatever.
one. I don't know.
Anyway, you're just a hater.
Not almost perfect, but as good as it gets for an RPG. That's what I
It's
said.
almost perfect.
It's almost perfect.
Chinny owns it.
It's the best RPG ever made.
Chinny owns it, but hasn't played it.
And I didn't play it. I remember
for
I
like
didn't,
2 years.
I didn't play it for another year.
Well, you think that, Chinny, but you're wrong.
Why?
You're wrong because there's more to this email.
Oh, he followed up.
Oh, he did. Yeah, Hans V email. So someone wrote in with an email. Skyrim game of the human race after playing 12 hours. So someone emailed in and said that. Episode 98. Did Chinny ever make that rap song to the GTA song with his business partner?
I remember that, yeah.
I don't know. Did you ever do that?
No, we never did that.
You need to sort that out. Sort that shit out for the re-release of these games.
No.
Anyway, Duke figured out that Fuss Road Dar is the definitive Skyrim sound. No doubt you were playing that a lot in this show. So in the next
Still there.
you were 35 hours in at this point, Duke.
Oh yeah.
You thought the game was gorgeous, and you liked the finishing moves. So that's what.
35 hours.
Yeah, 35 hours a week later.
So that's I've estimated conservatively that I've spent about 2,000 hours in Skyrim. If that's true, then 35 hours is 0.02% of the time I've spent.
There it is. Yeah, it is. Chinny.
Oh my God! It's
Well done, you. Chinny watched V for Vendetta instead.
Oh, so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know, if you're gonna skip Skyrim in order to play watch a movie, that's a good one to watch.
He said, "Fuck the game, too much investment," and played snooker.
Oh, did I?
Apparently, in real life, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is real life snooker. This is so like me. Stu said a spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
20
It's
hours
not really
in,
a spoiler. Did he say it's not really a spoiler though? It's not a spoiler. Hang on.
20 hours in, doesn't know what he's done in 20 hours. Saw some greybeards. Followers are actually really useful. Duke doesn't like them. Stu uses his companion to carry infinite inventory.
To this day, I don't really like having companions. I actually just when I went back to it most recently,
I thought you
got
liked
rid
it
of my
in
companion.
Fallout, though.
Here's the thing. I like them when they're interesting. And the ones in Skyrim really are not interesting. The ones in Fallout 4 are interesting. The ones in Fallout tend to be, like in New Vegas, there were some cool, interesting companions. But the ones in Skyrim tend to be pretty freaking dull.
Yeah.
And they don't have, I don't believe they have like extra missions. You know what I
No,
mean?
like in Fallout 4, they'd be like, you'd be in the middle of a gunfight and they'll go, is it a good time to talk? Because I need to talk to you about not really.
I know your face just got shut off, but I need to tell you about my dad. Like, what the fuck?
There's a, can you do this mission for me? No, I mean, I'm happy to do it, but like, do we need to talk about it now?
Oh my God, this is so funny, this email. Honestly, it's brilliant. Feng Chui obviously emailed in or spoke to me or whatever at the time. And he'd leveled smithing to 80 with daggers and also made a giant Oblivion map, which Duke called him a nerd.
Nice.
Duke feels Duke feels one-handed sucks. Some animations are slow and didn't know about sprinting. Very consistent, are Duke?
Also, by the way, that reminds me, did y'all know you can double jump in Rocket League? That joke never gets old.
That's just awesome. Vlados was reviewing games.
Wow, that takes me back. For those who don't know, and this is from a long time ago, so a lot of people might not know, we had someone named Quanrian who did indie reviews, and then when he left, I used my Macintosh voice, text-to-voice software to create a bot called Vlados, which is like GLaDOS, except...
Wait a minute, that wasn't a real robot.
I know, right?
I see.
And yeah, she would always talk shit about like me or the group or whatever.
She was good. We like Vlados.
She was good. Yeah, Vlados was fun.
Maybe we'll bring her back at some point, just as a one-off.
No,
just a one-off. Yeah,
she's
just a
dead.
one-off.
I think we killed her, didn't we?
Maybe she should review the remastered version of San Andreas. See what she thinks of that.
I have a feeling Stu's gonna make this happen.
Anyway, episode episode 99. This is what Stu said. Listed several game-breaking bugs that were fixed. Said a spoiler.
Sorry, this is on what game?
This is on episode 99, so this is what we're still talking about. This is all about,
Skyrim as well?
Yeah,
okay,
it's all
go
about
on.
Skyrim.
Yeah. So another episode, go on.
Yeah. So
Stu
Stu
said
listed
another spoiler.
several game-breaking bugs that were fixed. Said a spoiler. Said another spoiler. And then had a one-handed glitch.
Okay.
Sounds
So that
dirty.
Yeah.
Chinny, at this point, actually played the game.
Oh.
Woo!
Because you had stuff to say about it. You ready for what you had to say?
Okay.
So this is a classic Chinny opener to play, like how he describes games. Are you ready for this?
What, even now?
Ready.
Yeah, you say this all the time. This is one of your classic opening lines. Before I start, I don't hate the game.
That is a classic Chinny line.
That's a classic Chinny opener. I don't hate the game.
Because he's letting you know exactly where he's going to go with this.
There he is.
I want you to know I don't hate it, but here comes 20 things that I hate about it.
He used a Simpsons episode to relate his experiences to
did
Duke.
I? Wow.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, are you ready? This is what you said. Are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Bart sells his soul to buy a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Everyone with a soul is having fun, but Bart. Why aren't the fun things happening for Chinny? He doesn't give a fuck about anyone in this game. He doesn't like the interface. Duke and Stuart explained their favorites list. They
well, and
felt
it's also swords and elves and wizards and shit, which we know
let's
Chinny
see.
hates.
No, he doesn't mention that weirdly.
No, I know, but that's in the back of our minds.
They felt it worked better in Fallout. Chinny didn't like the map. He made an Imperial
Oh, the
warrior.
map's terrible. Yeah.
He made an Imperial warrior. At first, he was like sword, fire, sword, fire, sword.
Man, this is making me want to play Skyrim so bad.
You know what? It's kind of making me want to play Skyrim.
But now he goes sword, fire, sword, fire, sword, heal, sword, fire, heal, shout.
Yeah.
Called him Chinny. About 10 hours played. And at the moment, on the 28th of November, 2011, Skyrim won't be his game of the year.
Oh, imagine that, not having Skyrim as your game of the year.
No, but I remember playing, the first time I ever played Skyrim, I got about 20 hours in, and I started to like it. And 2 dragons attacked me at the same time. And then that's when I got burgled, and I lost the hard drive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then I never went back to it until until I moved, which was like 2015. I think I played it in 2016. Or 2017 actually, because I played The Witcher in 2018.
Yeah, Witcher 3 now. There's an RPG. Oh.
Yeah, I think I played Skyrim about 2017.
Anyway.
Portal 2 came out the same year as Skyrim. That's why it was game of the year for some people.
Yeah, Portal also came out the same year as LA Noire, and we all know how that went.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, terrible.
Deus Ex also came out.
Monster Hunter Tri-G. Oh, that's the Famitsu Awards. Sorry, go on.
Duke played the Jerky Boys STFU sound clip.
Is that Jerky Boys? No, I think you're thinking of Futurama.
Shut the hell up!
Oh, no, you're right. It is. It's the terrorist pizza. Shut the fuck up! Yeah. I kill you.
Duke did that thing he said he wasn't going to do. I don't know what that is.
That's every week with me. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Anyway, he finished out the email. I hope you enjoyed the trip down memory lane. In related news, the new anniversary edition is an update of the special edition, which will make mods like require SKSE incompatible.
Yeah, that's what I need is to break all my mods again. No,
I've started a playthrough yet again. Maybe I'll finish the game this time. I remember playing Skyrim when it came out, and it was cold and snowy here. Now we have green grass here in Wisconsin.
Fitting.
Kind of sad. Oh, he lives in Wisconsin, same place as you.
Hey, let's hang out, buddy.
Thanks for the podcast and keep on gaming, Lou Mortensen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Lou.
I love
Thanks,
that
Lou.
email.
That was a great
Yeah, that was great.
You get our
if you're the best email we've gotten this week.
You get our email of the week award.
You do.
There you go.
Email of the year award is pretty good.
It's definitely the running for
All the
it.
shit you sent us running.
Pretty good.
This is crazy. The Easy Allies, formerly Game Trailers. I'm just looking at lists of games of the year in the past. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, really? Game of the year 2011?
Oh, good
Over
game.
Portal 2 and Skyrim? You gotta
That's
be kidding
crazy,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it
is
was a
crazy.
good game, but
It is a good game. man.
Skyward
2 and-
Sword?
Yeah, that's mad.
Oh my god, Edge chose Skyward Sword.
It's like,
Ugh.
like have you ever looked into like films that win the Oscars in the same
Yeah,
year that
right,
this
yeah,
came
yeah,
out? And
right.
it's like
Yeah,
time
exactly.
is
What
the
were you
true
thinking?
award. Like that's the true
Oh yeah,
award.
that's how you decide what the best movies are.
Yeah, and it's the same with games. Like the games that we talk about all the time. I mean, I mean, Uncharted 2 is a great game, and Uncharted 3 is a great game. But when you compare it to Portal 2 and Skyrim, it just goes without saying. Like they're much better.
Fanboys, anyway. Final email is from our not so regular emailer, but was at one point Jason Gallagher.
Jason Gallagher. Well, he's busy because he writes into everybody. So
He says this.
Some people write into just one or two places.
It's not a marathon. Slow down and enjoy the moment. Hey.
Yeah, I agree. Hang on, sorry. Yahoo Game of the Year 2011, Arkham City.
Oh, that was a
That
good
was
game.
a good game, though.
That's a good
Are you
game.
kidding me? Better
was a
than
good
Portal 2 and
game.
Skyrim? What are you fucking
No, but it
nuts?
was a good game. It was a
Yeah,
good
but
game.
come on.
It was a good game.
Wow, sorry, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I really will shut up and let you read Jason's email. But there's a Wikipedia page called List of Video Games Considered the Best. That's such an unscientific name for an article. Considered the best.
Considered by who?
That's crazy.
Can't you,
I know,
can't you
right?
go in there
Considered
and
by
edit
whom?
it, Duke?
Yeah, edited.
Yeah, exactly. Just delete everything except Skyrim.
Right. Anyway, here is
Anyway,
his
go on.
email. Hey, veterans.
Hello.
Hey.
Did you hear about the woman that set a personal record? Where did she get this stuff from? Pooping her pants 9 times during a marathon.
That's so funny and also not funny. I feel so sorry for the person
That's
because they're
brilliant.
so finishing a marathon. I can't imagine. I mean, obviously, I'm never going to finish a marathon, but like, it's such an impressive achievement when people finish a marathon. And so I feel so bad. Like, what are you going to do? Not
Imagine
finish?
like sort of talking to your friends about that. Like, oh Claire, I heard you you got a record
You
for
set
your
a record?
running. You got
Something
a record
about
for
world
your running,
record?
wasn't it? For your marathon.
Was it like first? You landed
got,
first?
like, first or like. I mean, it's
most courageous?
It's along those lines. Yes. I mean, but what's
mean,
what
It was
is
related to
though?
running. Yeah, it was related to running.
It's sort of in the realms of how many breaks I take during the run. Right.
Oh, fewest breaks taken. No, not
Okay.
exactly that.
Well,
but, sort of.
It's not unique though, is it?
I
Because
shat myself.
was it Paula Radcliffe who
She
did a
pissed-
shit at the?
yeah, like-
no, she did a shit at the side of the road.
No,
didn't
she
she?
pissed
Buzz?
on the side of the road. She didn't do shit.
No, she did a shit, man.
She didn't do a shit.
She did a number 2.
She
And
didn't
This is a very
do
important
shit.
argument to have.
Gary Lineker famously.
Sorry, what's her
shit
name? I'll look it
himself.
up. What's her name?
Paula Radcliffe.
Paula
Gary
Paula
La-
Radcliffe
Daniel's
shit herself.
sister.
Gary Lineker famously shit himself when he were playing for England. So that's a true story. He said it himself.
You almost shit yourself when you play me at snooker, Stu.
I almost shit myself when you blocked the toilet and I had to go to McDonald's. Anyway, wow.
Oh God!
Did she?
Well, no, I just there's something on foxsports.com.au, and the headline is "A Giant Chocolate Mess: The Inglorious Inevitability of Poo in ...
Brilliant. Anyway, I'll carry on with the email while you're confirming Paula Radcliffe shitting at the side of the road. Pooping her pants 9 times during a marathon, a personal record, laugh my ass off. That's a fucking world record. I mean, one time I was playing second base prior to coach putting me on the field. I emphasized to him how badly I needed to go poo, and he yelled at me, said I should have gone earlier. Well, it was no world record, but let's just say that it ended up well for him or me. My all-time personal record, forget the time me and my twin, never mind, we were toddlers. Hey, Duke, if you don't name Elden Ring the best thing ever, you should definitely stick to the super ultimate shit version of Skyrim.
I'm not playing it. Don't worry.
Chinny, sucker duck, you should be making love. And here you are with these two perverts. Stu, remember to take an extra pair of shorts next time you run a marathon, because we all know how you enjoy a good run. I don't even know what any of this means anymore.
All right, so I'm sorry to tell you this, and I hate to break it to you, and I hate to interrupt Jason's email, but I think he would approve of this. This is from paularadcliffe.com, and it's a post entitled "That Day." Here's a paragraph. This time, the problem in my stomach didn't go away. Prevented from doing what it wanted to do, my stomach began to cramp violently, and the more I fought it, the worse it got. Liz Yelling, another runner, I guess, had told me that in the Berlin Marathon, she had to go in her shorts while running. Although it was uncomfortable, she felt better after doing it. If Liz can do that, so can I. To hell with vanity, there was no way I was stopping. I tried to empty my bowels as best I could while running, and for a while, it did feel better. But after a bit, the cramp returned, got worse, and I had to do it again. From the 12 km mark, I was fighting this problem all the time. My stomach would cramp, I would feel awful until I could relieve myself a bit, and then I would feel a little better for a while until it returned again and again.
I'm sorry, Royce.
That is just gross, man. I don't care.
Never learn about your heroes.
How competitive you are at your sport.
I'm sorry.
I know, right? Hey, I'll tell you what. God. Somebody comes up behind you trying to pass you, they're going to go, oh, God, never mind. You can take the lead.
Steer clear. There's a funny smell around here.
What's that on your leg? You have a bruise? No, leave me alone. Don't worry about my leg.
It's the shit running down it. Don't worry. So there you go, Chinny. I was right. You were wrong.
Worried about her career being overshadowed by the fact that she shat herself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, there's pictures of it as well. Jesus.
Yeah, you see, I told you. You don't believe me, but I told. And Gary, like I say, Gary Lineker also shit himself on the football pitch. Anyway, that aside, oh my God.
You know what? Wow. Fuck running.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Like if you just got to.
Why did I click on images? What the fuck?
What?
Oh my God! There's another guy who's just. Oh, they're all shitting themselves. Oh no!
All right. So the question. Here's the question.
Oh my
what
God.
do we title this episode? Angry gamers and pooping runners. There you go. There's your title. Angry gamers and pooping runners.
Oh my God.
That'll get people listening.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Jason.
By the way, you asked the question. Sorry, Jason. Hang on 1 second. You asked the question on the Wikipedia article, list of video games considered the best. It says in the article, the games listed here are included on at least 6 separate best/greatest of all time lists from different publications as chosen by their editorial staffs.
No, there you go. That's a justification. Anyway, Jason concludes, I miss the community you guys have built, but the great old owl and PI have kept me busy. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just haven't seen any great games come along, so I've stuck to playing with myself.
Okay.
Beat sticking to the veteran gamers. Anyway, remember, guys, it's not a marathon. Slow down and enjoy.
And don't poop your pants.
Enjoy your bowel movements. You'll thank me later. That's a promise.
It sounds like Paula Radcliffe did enjoy it. Like, it did feel good when she...
No, how can it feel good to have shit squishing around in your pants?
Because you feel better. Your stomach's not cramping is why.
Oh, yeah, but you've got shit in your pants. And I'm being... Right, and
I'm
this
with
is
Stu
not...
on this one, Duke.
Better in your pants than in your intestines,
Can
right?
I just say, this isn't a sexist comment. But female runners.
Oh man, once again, like I don't hate the game.
No,
I'm not racist, but
they were tiny, budgie smuggler type pants, man. There's not going to be a lot of shit to fit in there, is there? Let's just be honest about it.
That's why you go running in the
At
tree
least if
line
you're a
or something
bloke
for
with
a minute.
shorts on, you've got something to cover it up.
Oh no, it's not staying around in there either.
No, it isn't, but flip me.
I imagine it'd be worse.
And besides, that's nothing to do with gender, Stu. It doesn't have anything to do with you being sexist or not. It's to do with wearing small pants.
Yeah,
Lots of guys wear small pants when they're running.
Well, I guess, but shorts, at least it's going to fall out somewhere with those tight things that women wear when they run.
You know what? If you've got shorts on,
against your ass,
if you've got shorts on and you're dropping it behind you, it's like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it is. You can get rid of that shit, man. That shit's just sticking to you if you've got them things on. Honestly.
Usually, I'm not tickled this much by bathroom humor, but this time, I don't know. I'm in.
It's got you.
Oh, my God.
Thank
you, Jason.
Pooping while running.
You've cheered us up no end.
Now, here's the question. Those of you listening, here's something. Those of you listening who have had this experience, you need to write in and let us know, because we want to know how prevalent this is among the veteran gamers community.
What,
I'll tell you this.
Running and shitting.
Yeah,
If
when
you're
we
listening
were
to
in
this
high
now,
school,
running and shitting yourself, we want to know.
If you've done
1992, I remember distinctly. 1992, someone had an issue of Thrasher magazine, which is all about skateboarding. Someone had written this letter about how bad he had to poop while he was at the skate park, and he just couldn't find a place to go. He ended up skating home, but as soon as he started to leave, he just shit his pants, and he had to skate home with poop coming out of his pants. And the editors at the end of the letter, and we were all rolling around in the class laughing this, passing it around. The editors wrote after the letter, they just said, "Shit happens."
Yeah, it does. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Anyway, on that note, we have got some speak pipes. We've got two
sweet.
pipes.
We have two, really?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Speak pipe! Just came in.
Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
And the
Now,
first one.
Before you play the first one, right? I'm just going to put it out there.
Is this about pooping?
No, but I do think it's Jason. I do think it's Jason.
Well, then how do you know it's not about pooping?
Well, it isn't. I gave it a listen.
It's only 20 seconds.
Yeah, and who's it from?
Miss Guilty Pleasures.
There you go.
Here we go.
That says it all. That's Jason.
Hello, veteran gamers. I like pooping while I run. See, it is about pooping. How about that? Oh wait, that was me. I fooled you, listeners. All right, here we go. Here's the actual speak pipe.
Do you live around here? I'm right here in this van with my kitty. I see.
Read the Bible?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. What's to you? Can you read, my son? Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
What is that?
Okay, that's from a movie of some kind, I expect, or a TV show. It's a very, very strange sound clip. Thank you, Jason, I guess. I mean, Miss Guilty Pleasures, whoever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I don't know. It's very, very strange.
Yeah.
Now, have you all seen the thing I posted on YouTube with the weirdest 1-900 hotline commercials?
I saw that. I've not looked at it yet, though. I did see that.
At some point. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, yeah, I'll play one of them before the end of the show. But first, we have another speak pipe. So let me play that because it's from Dark Signs.
Derek. Derek.
Thank you for sending your speak pipe, Derek. Here it comes. I'm Derek Sainz, and I like to poop when I run. Sorry, that was me again, listeners.
Wow, you're
What we gonna do right here is go back.
Yeah.
Way back. Back into time.
Hello, veteran gamers. This is Derek Sainz back again. I am sorting another quiz out for you in 2 weekends' time.
Woohoo!
Nothing to do with Halloween this time.
Christmas?
All I'll do is tease it by saying it's to do with people's voices. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm going to sort out a quiz. I think I've mentioned this before for the weekend before Christmas. To do with Christmas movies.
Yeah.
So hopefully something you and the listeners can look forward to that. But this week I just wanted to talk a bit about the history of video games as far as yourself is concerned, because I heard something online this week where people were talking about their early impressions of video games, not necessarily games they owned, just what they thought a video game was, their very earliest memories of them. I guess with some people, they'll have been born in the video game age, so they'll have that memory from a very early age. But for me, I think the very earliest memory of what I consider a modern video game is my local Greasy Spoon Cafe in possibly 80, 81, 82 had a Gallagher and Space Invaders arcade machine. And home consoles wise, it's probably the Amiga 500. My brother had that, probably late 80s, I guess. So that's the question for you. What is your very earliest memory of video games? And of course, keep on gaming.
Good question.
Interesting. Yeah, mine, I'll be honest. My very first memory of playing a video game when I was a kid was near where we lived. The local pub was called the Black Bull. The Black Bull pub.
Was that next door to you?
No, the next door one was the Red Lion. So we did have a pub next door to where I live. It's called the Red Lion and the Black Bull. But the Black Bull had a tap room. You know, remember tap rooms, Chinny?
No.
So basically, a tap room is a room off the side of the main bar area that just people used to go and sit in it and smoke and stuff. So it was always full of smoke.
Right.
And they had the tabletop. I can't remember if it was Space Invaders or Pac-Man. It was one or the other. So they either had Space Invaders or Pac-Man tabletop, and that's the first sort of memory You know, outside of home, my dad got a Binatone entertainment system which had Pong on and stuff like that, and we played that. But I can't remember which came first, whether that came first or whether the tabletop thing at the Black Bull. It's a long, you know, when your memory's very vague about something, that's how long ago it is. So a really long time. And then later on, the pub next door to us, the Red Lion, you started getting video, like, you know, arcade cabinets in, and they used to have this company that sort of changed it about once every 2 months. And we played some amazing games in there. We played like Wonder Boy. We got really good at Wonder Boy. And I can't. What's the top-down shooter with the biplane, the World War II one? I can't remember.
1941.
1942 or 1941.
Yeah,
1942. But it was that anyway. We got really good at playing them, so much so that we sort of could make a 10p 1 credit game last for ages, and we used to just.
That reminds me of when I beat RoboCop, the video arcade game, on 1 quarter. I really did. It was in Hogan's Heroes on 13th Street in Gainesville, Florida. Must have been 1999 or so. It was such a good feeling. I was so proud of myself. I was like, yeah.
And then they got Double Dragon. I was like, this is amazing. Double Dragon.
Classic.
Kick the shit out of each other. And then I went on a holiday to Spain, to Lloret de Mar, and it rained for about 3 days solid, and they had a track and field in the sort of bottom of the hotel, and we played that to death. And when we went home when we were going home on the last day we were going home, we had the top scores for every single event in the game, because we just got so good at it because we just played it so much. So that's mine. What about you, Chinny?
My first sort of memory of a console was the Amstrad CPC 464. So that was a side-loading cassette Amstrad. And I just remember my dad bringing the instruction manual first. Like, we didn't have the Amstrad. We just had the instruction manual. And my dad just said,
do your homework.
No, he just said, like, we're going to get this. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, I must have been like 4 or something.
Where did he get the instruction manual?
I don't know. I feel like this was robbed or something.
I was like,
maybe he already had it and he was saving it up for something. But then I remember, I have memories of us playing the Amstrad. I don't remember any games on the Amstrad, but I remember us playing it and loading it, and it had a red button on it, and it was a cassette tape that you had to play it with. And I remember the loading screens loading in a line at a time. But really, like, the first time, like, it resonated with me was I remember, like, Pete had a mate that brought his Nintendo around, and we'd play like Mario and like this volleyball game. And then when we got a Super Nintendo for Christmas, that was game over. Then that was like, oh shit, this is big. This is
for real.
The Super Nintendo is fucking ridiculous. And that's Super Nintendo was the first time I was like, fuck, this is games, man. I love this shit. Yeah.
We had a Timex Sinclair when I was growing up. I don't remember anything about it other than we had games on the audio cassette tapes. But my dad was a mechanical engineer at the University of Florida, and we used to go with him to his lab, and he had a personal computer. He had an Apple IIe there, and we used to play Lemonade. It was a lemonade stand simulator when we were kids, and Pong and stuff like that. And then eventually he got one of those for our house, and that was a game changer because that led us into all sorts of games. And then we got it in television. But one of the most important memories I have about video games back in the day was going over to my friend Mark's house, and he had a ColecoVision. No, a Commodore 64, sorry.
Yeah.
And the Commodore 64 it had better games than the Apple IIe. Apple computers have never really had games geared for them. They ended up, Apple tends to get like the leftover games. Like if people want to make a version of it for the Apple or the Mac, they do. But that's why I play on a PC these days, because Apple computers have never been about gaming.
Just phones.
Although the iPhone, strangely enough, is.
Although let's be fair, you played on an Apple computer for quite a while, didn't you? With
I did. Oh yeah. Well, but then eventually I got so sick of it, I had to try to install Windows on a split hard drive, and then I just said screw it, and I went and got an actual gaming PC. But yeah, so the Commodore 64, I keep wanting to say ColecoVision. The Commodore 64 had like Ghostbusters, and like it was more precise. The Apple screen was not, precise in the way that the Commodore 64 was. So we used to play Ghostbusters. I had so much fun with that game. I just loved it. And it was never about finishing the game. It was about having fun along the way. And so that was an important thing. And if people don't know later on, oh yeah, oh totally. But later on, I got into the St. Petersburg newspaper because of my love of Wolfenstein 3D. So that was an early gaming experience as well. That was very important.
Was that the article where it says, "This guy has 3 emails"?
That's right. It said it in the caption of the picture, where I'm looking at the camera like this. It looked like I was brain dead.
This nerd has 3 emails. What a loser.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Little did they know.
So yeah, thank you. Good questions, Derek. What were your early experiences?
Write in.
Write in.
Email the show.
And then I also didn't say
Yeah,
our friends, the Brutalies, had an NES before we did, so I used to go to their house and play until my eyeballs fell out.
This whole console war and
yeah,
I never had any of that. Like, I only was exposed to that when I started listening to podcasts. I was like, why would you? Like, my decisions on who my friends were based on what consoles they had. And Marsh had a Sega, and I had a Nintendo. So it seems. I mean, I don't like the guy, but he worked
well, it's
out.
funny you say that because in my elementary school, I remember people like coming to blows sometimes between Intellivision, which I had, and Atari. Most people had Atari, and I was like, Intellivision's graphics are so much better. And we're talking about like whether the character had 2 pixels or 1. Like, that was the difference in graphics.
But like, I don't know if it was a British thing or it's just the schools that I went to thing. But it was never like that for me. It was always like, I've got a Super Nintendo. Okay, you come round mine this week, and then I'll go around yours and I'll play Sonic at yours next
complimentary,
week. Yeah, we just
but
swap.
You're not hanging out with people who have the same console as you.
No, fuck them.
Because then, what's the point in you coming over to my house?
There's literally no reason to talk to them. Yeah. I remember that. Like that was just like the thing you did. You just go around and like. Then there's always that kid that had both, and his name was Adam Dawes, and fuck that kid. No, he was a nice lad. But Adam always had both. Like his mum and dad just used to buy him everything, and like I remember saving so much money. It was 160 quid, but for me it was a lot of money when I was 11, 12 for a Nintendo 64, and then I remember sort of like showing it him and going, "Oh look, Adam, I've got this Nintendo 64," and he's like, "Oh, this is cool." And then the next day he rang me and he says, "Oh, do you want to come around mine? My dad's going to get me a Nintendo 64." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And his dad just bought him one, and he didn't know about it until the day before. And he was like, "What games do you want, Adam?" And he was just like, "I want that one, that one, that one." And he bought him like 6 games, and I had 2, and I was like, "Oh, so you can just have whatever you want."
Spoiled is what that word I'm thinking.
And now he's in jail. No, he's not really. He's fine.
By the way, I don't want to panic anyone, but I just noticed on the recording app, it says recording, it's audio tape for some reason. But the numbers haven't moved since 102.53, so I hope it's still recording.
So I don't know.
But we are also streaming it. It's just weird. Anyway.
Yeah, that probably means it stopped. Well, who knows? I guess we'll find out.
But, I mean, the levels are still going in this. We'll find out soon. Anyway, anything else? Emails or speak pipes?
No, that is it. I think it's time to do some shout-outs.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Shout-out! Anyway, I'll go first. I'm just going to thank Jason for getting in touch with us again. He's not done that for a while. So thank you, Jason, for the excellent can I say emails?
We enjoyed it this week. We got
gave us a lot of laughs. And also Lou Mortensen, who's obviously emailed in before, but a long time ago.
Lou. Thanks, Lou.
So thank you, Lou. That was another great email. I love Trips Down Memory Lane. It's great. It's like the sort of quiz, like the quizzes about the shows that we used to get, but we don't anymore because he's got his own podcast now, so he doesn't bother anymore.
He's so important.
He's so important. He's too important to send us quizzes anymore. So yes, and obviously thank you to Derek, who is going to send us a quiz. And that's it for me. That's it. I'm done.
I'm going to shout out MS Ranger for joining us on the poker.
Yep.
Thank you, MS
And
Ranger.
Antonio, of course, Antonio.
Antonio.
I'm going to shout out Josh Tate.
All right,
Josh
Bongo's son.
Tate, everybody. And he knows why.
Oh.
Don't know. You know, he just sort of helped me out this week, so yeah.
Good old Josh.
Good old Josh. Good
old
lad.
Joshy
Good lad,
Josh. Joshy Josh.
Yeah, so Josh and Robin, it was good to get a text message from Robin. Yeah, Vegas VG, baby. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. MS Ranger and Ant, of course, from Australia.
Australia.
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I will shout out. Yeah.
My nephew.
What?
It's my nephew's birthday today. He's 9. That's the cake that I was eating. So happy birthday, Leo. 9 years old. I walked in and he just went, "I'm 9." I went, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I will shout out everybody who liked my tweet about Rocket League and people being hateful toward queer people on there. It drives me nuts, and all I can do now is shame Rocket League online because they're not banning these fucks. Anyway, Kev Westerman, Tim Kelly, Emily Rose, Darren Hilton, Gary DeFelice, DJ DeMarcus J. Parks, and Really Bad Itch, Tiki God. Anyway, thank you everybody who likes that. It gets engagement. It sends it out. And hopefully Psionics will do something about it at some point if we make enough noise. And also, whoever compiled these collections of 1-900 numbers. Yeah, where we go. Hang on one second. Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's hear one, then. Let's see what this is all about.
This is Dial and Insult. This is Dial and Insult. Call 1-900 to insult. Dial and Insult. Are you having a bad day? It's about...
So why would you call Dial an insult?
So that you ring up and you get insulted.
Hello, is this Dial an insult?
Wow.
Hello, is this Dial an insult?
Yes.
Yeah, what's my insult?
Fuck you, you stupid prick.
There you go.
Ah, this is exactly what it says on the tin. Can I have a second insult?
No, you're gonna have to ring back for that.
Ah, crap.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, bye. There's one where it's like the Easter Bunny, like call him and talk to the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's like, there's a bunch of them that's just like hot chicks, and it's like, just call this. Oh, that is this one too.
It's the freak phone, and here's the party freak. Friday freaker, dancing new sensation, grabbing the nation, doing the freak call.
I like it. I like it.
Premium rate numbers that people phone for no reason, just to lose lots of money.
Yeah, well, because people were bored, and
people
it's
are
like
bored and
whatever.
stupid.
There's no internet.
Yeah, exactly.
What else are you supposed to do?
Bored and stupid.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you do. Right, when we were kids, we used to just get the phone book and then just phone people up from my mate's house and just say stupid things and put the phone down. In fact, we
Oh my
used to
God,
have
this one is actually relevant to video games. Sorry, I forgot all about this one. Here we go.
Okay.
Call Hot Hints for the best Nintendo strategies.
Oh, I give up. Don't give up. Call 1-900 Hot Hints and supercharge your game.
Cool. I can select all my favorite games.
There's hundreds of action-packed hints full of secret passwords on all the latest Nintendo games.
Hot Hints is fast, fun, and it's $1.65 a minute. Now I have the power.
Ask your parents
$1.
before calling.
$1.65 a minute was probably a lot of money back then.
It was a lot of money back then. It'd be a lot of money now.
Oh yes, as I was saying, we used to.
Imagine if you had to pay $1 per minute. You listen to this bullshit.
Yeah, we used to just pay, yeah, exactly. We used to just pick random numbers out of the phone book, and then my mate had his little brother had them toys. You know, he used to pull the cord and they just say stupid things, and we used to just do that down the phone to people, and he'd be like, "Hello," and he'd be like, "I love my mommy." Because we just used to do ridiculous stuff. Anyway,
I'm
on that
more
note,
concerned of like why he's got those kind of dolls in his head.
Exactly. Anyway,
Yeah,
on that
really.
note, we need to get the hell out of here. So
Thanks for
thank you
listening,
very much,
everybody. Call 1-900 Veteran Gamers, and we'll tell you about games we've been playing. Skyrim. I didn't like NeoCab.
instead. Sitting at home, watch TV. Very much no good to me. Wario cheese! Why don't you go?
What else
There we are.
did you want to discuss?
I think we're done.
Yep.
Getting stopped.
Don't poop yourself, people.
No.
Yeah. So I hit stop. Let's see what happened. Let me open it up in VLC.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it
Yeah,
gonna...
it stopped at 102. Why the fuck did it stop at 102?
Oh,
Well, at least I have the intro stuff, and then I can take the audio off of the YouTube stream.
Yeah, I'll just levelate it, or Chinny will levelate it, or whichever one of us gets it, just levelate it.
An alien creature has accidentally landed on Earth. He's lost, frightened, and he needs a friend, somebody just like you.
Wow.
So is that? Can I just check? Is that 1 hour 2 minutes or 102 minutes? Yeah, so
No,
1 hour 2
minutes.
halfway through.
Just how random. It must have been like when I was trying to download a game or something, and it's just like, I don't know.
Glitched.
But then why
It
would it do
glitched.
that?
It glitched.
I guess it glitched.
It
It couldn't
glitched
have run out of room. We got plenty of room.
Anyway, I've got to go to bed, so thank you guys.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah, Jude, just give me Mix a listen and let me know what you think. Text you back to that San Andreas days.
Yeah, we'll do.
By the way, I found a remix of the intro which sounded kind of cool, so I put that in.
Oh, sweet.
You know, a bit more up tempo because it's very slow, isn't it? So, yeah.
Classic.
So I managed to find something. I mixed it up a bit, chopped it up a bit, and there was a bit of swearing in, so I managed to do some hot cues to get rid of the swearing stuff, so there's no swearing.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. So there you go. Enjoy your evenings, guys, and I'm
You
gonna
too.
go to bed, and I'll
Have a good
see
week,
you
y'all.
next week.
Yep.
Indeed. Peace
All
out.
right, mate. See you later, all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.